Oh god, I'm not. Hi everyone, and welcome to the April 2025 wrap up. I have some sad news. Joey C will not be joining us tonight. But some people are saying that Adam Does Movies is back.
Hey, don't call it a comeback.
Yeah, I'm thinking Adam Does Movies is back.
Yeah.
Thank you, Adam, for coming here to talk about some wonderful films and also Havoc. I can't wait to talk about all this great stuff with you.
Oh, it's good to see you, Tony. It's always good to see you.
And also we have we have Adam filling in for Joey C, and Gil decided to go on an Asian adventure to China and Japan.
Y'all
Who
need a
knows where else?
pilot.
And in his absence, Logan came. Hello, Logan from Video Villa Entertainment, who has a really good episode on Dr. Sleep. It's I think it might be your best episode, actually.
It could be. It could be.
All because of your guest on the show. Thank you, Logan, for joining. As always punctual, always on time, Crystal Quinn. And she has the right microphone on. Thank the Lord.
The only reason it didn't happen last time was because StreamYard stopped my audio from working. I logged out, logged back in, and then it was like, fuck you. And I was like, okay, cool.
you blew Kaylee's eardrums out. Yeah, we got a lot to talk about tonight. First off, consider becoming a patron on Patreon. We got a lot of fun stuff over there. Me and Crystal talked about The Howling. That was a great video. What? It's a great video. Commentary track for Mission Impossible 4. I finally released my LA vlog featuring the shower curtain that Vito uses as a door for his bathroom because he's too lazy to install a door.
Sorry, what is this photo? This looks like the Twin Towers are blowing up.
I blurred out his shower curtain so you would have to pay to see how horrible it is. But whatever design he has makes it does kind of make it look like the Twin Towers. But that mall on that is the one from Back to the Future.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of questions there. I think everyone, as soon as they see this, they're totally going to get that.
Yes. Well, here's the thing. It's very specific to his audience. Speaking of Vito, if you guys are in Las Vegas this weekend, you might see Vito, Riley, and Mint Salad, and Kaylee. And if you're lucky, you might see Riley and or Mint Salad beating the shit out of Vito because they've been fighting for a month. And they're finally going to be in the same place together. So if you want to witness a murder, go check that out. I think we're going to be at Hackamania. My money's on Riley and Mint, to be honest. That's who I'm picking for this fight. It's going to be a great time. But yeah, Patreon, we got a bunch of commentary tracks. You can now purchase them without having to pledge. You get cool merch if you subscribe for multiple months. And we had a fun month this month. We went to a wrestling event. Logan, I had a table right next to you.
Yep.
Yes, I was there with all my good friends, and also Lauren and Kit were there, but enough about that. I booked the table for VHS Fest 8 or 9, and Adam said, Tony, I'm going to fly out to this. I'm going to fly out to the East Coast to be at VHS Fest. He said that, and if he were to tell me I'm wrong, that means he's lying, and you're not a liar, are you, Adam?
Is there another Adam in the room with you right now? Who are you talking about?
Well, I don't know. I did that joke about Gil going to an event, and then he actually showed up. But I'm like, oh, maybe I'll get Adam to fly.
I don't know what the fuck this is.
It's great. We sit on the side of a mountain at a drive-in, and we watch shitty movies and talk to fans all weekend. Okay. It's great. You'll love it.
It's actually a lot of fun. I'm really sad I won't be there.
What else is going on? Until Dawn is not on the list. Me, Crystal, and Cecil from the horror show will be doing a full episode on it next week. Live episode, so I have to go see this movie this weekend, I guess, which I'm not hearing good things.
Oh shit, I didn't realize it was a movie I had to go see in the movie theaters.
Cecil, my Cecil, Tony?
Your Cecil. I have two Cecils now, okay? Thank you for gifting me the second Cecil.
Is Cecil going to be in studio?
No, it's a live show. It's a live show.
Okay.
I don't want Cecil in my house.
I was going to say, how dare you invite him to the studio before me? You're on flesh and blood, basically, at this point.
Is this the movie where they keep they have to survive until they have to not die
Yes.
basically until the day. Oh,
Yes. Yeah,
Yeah, they have to stay
based
alive
off-
until 3 a.m. It's a weird title. It should be until 3 a.m.
you would think.
But yeah, it's
Yeah.
based off the video game, which was like a sort of your choose your own adventure thing. Although I hear
Oh, I
it
didn't
takes
know that.
very little from that game. I'm excited for it.
Yeah, you told me like, hey, you want to review this movie next week? I was like, yeah, sure. I didn't even see what movie it was. I was like, all right, yeah, sure, whatever.
But yeah, let's get into our reviews. Wait, real quick, Joey, Adam does movies. What's the name of the game for these streams?
Super chats.
Good job.
I'm gonna kill Joey C. I'm gonna kill him so hard.
Yeah, the name of the game is Super Chats. If you're a manly man like me, make sure to put down a $5 to $10 Super Chat.
You gotta
could be
flex,
any
Adam.
price.
You gotta flex.
You gotta talk about saying weird nothings in our ear, like
Oh,
like,
whispering sweet nothings, yeah.
And then pull out Grimace out of nowhere.
Well, I have something better to say. Chicken jockey!
Yeah! La 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 lava, chicken. We'll get there. We'll get to Minecraft's our big one
oh,
for
I
the
didn't
night.
see it.
Oh,
I
wow,
specifically did not see that.
you
for
missed
those
out on
reasons.
art.
Wait, is Chicken Jockey the song that everyone's talking about where the kids literally started like try to flip the chairs and shit?
It's not
That's
the
different.
song. There is a chicken song, but that's not Chicken Jockey. But
Yeah.
we'll talk about it. We'll talk
Yeah.
about it. We'll
God.
bring you up to speed.
Oh, wow.
Okay, first up on our list is Death of a Unicorn from A24.
Do you mean
That was-
another movie that Tony's like, hey, everyone should go watch this. It's only going to be in the theater for a week.
I had no idea. Okay, this one, it's A24. There's big, all right, Queen of the Ring, that made a little bit of sense. It wasn't in theaters long. But I'm like, oh, this will be in theaters for a few weeks. It was gone. Like 2 weeks, it was totally gone. I'm like, oh, shit. I caught like the last screening of it. But yeah, this is from the director of Blow the Man Down, which I hear is something Adam does regularly. Anyway, it tells the story of a father and daughter who go on a trip to meet with his employer. His employer's about to die. He's got to take care of like his family's estate. And they hit a unicorn, which I was surprised was a practical effect for the most part. I couldn't believe that in this day and age. I would then be let down for the rest of the movie when I saw the other unicorns. But yeah, so they hit this unicorn, doesn't fully die. They end up killing it again. And its parents, which are these giant, scary unicorns, come to avenge its death. Along the way, this shitty rich family figures out a way they can exploit the unicorn because its horn has magic. It has different magical properties. It can heal you, enhance your life, increase your like knowledge and everything. And one thing I want to point out is this lady on the left is the chick from Spaced, the show that Simon Pegg got famous from. I don't think
Leone's in Spaced?
No. That's
she was on the left.
All the way on the left. The one
okay.
all the way
you.
on the left.
Okay. Yes.
She's Daisy from Space. I don't think I've ever seen her in an American movie before. It like was jarring because all the other actors I've seen in this movie, I know who they are. Well, I know her, but I'm like, oh wait, I never see her on the big screen. So that was nice. But yeah, I kind of liked it. You know, Adam, would you agree that some people would say this is a dark and twisted cartoon that feels less A24 than most, and that it's never very serious, but it's always entertaining? Would you say that, Adam?
I think that's actually a perfect description of this film. I'm in complete agreement. I enjoyed it. I didn't love it, but I thought it was a very fun, campy, dark, twisted fantasy. And Paul Rudd. I will say Paul Rudd was pretty unlikable in this film, which is almost like that's wildly out of left field for him. He's usually the most likable person in the room, but he was kind of dumb enough to work, I guess. I dug the look of the unicorns as they got kind of like more toxic over the course of the movie. It was a fun time. I had no problem. And I did see it in theaters, thankfully, for the 3 days it was there. And no one apparently went out and watched it but us. So I'm interested to see if anybody saw it in the comments.
Yeah. Logan, did you end up seeing this one?
I know I wanted to try to see it because this was actually the only one on the list I didn't get to see. And I was like trying to squeeze it in from other sources. But I
think right now it's on Amazon Prime. Like you can rent it now.
Yes. What the fuck?
I saw it today. I don't know how long it's been up there. No, I actually had a lot of fun with this one. I don't know why it was reminding me of Abigail. I guess because they're in a big mansion and it takes like a weird turn. I was enjoying it. I liked all the unicorn lore they did with it, like they're interdimensional beings from space and shit. That was really cool. I like how they had like different ways they could use the horn. No, it was a fun time. It's really violent in moments, which I enjoyed. I guess my only gripe is that when they start to really show the unicorns, they are very digital.
Very cartoonish, yeah.
Yes, that's why I was so hyped up with the practical effect in the beginning, and I was expecting to see more. I know that's obviously practical, but that's clearly there as a lighting reference for the digital artist that was never intended to be in the film.
Would you agree that Will Poulter kind of stole the show?
Yes,
he was fantastic in the movie.
Yes. Again, it reminded me of Abigail when that Dan Stevens character kind of becomes the bad guy later on. Yeah, no, he was great. He really was a piece of shit, wasn't he?
No, I mean the whole family's garbage. You know, the basic concept is they kill the unicorn and the rich ass family's like, how can we profit off of this? And so they start shaving off the unicorn to use as some sort of a medical treatment or a cure for cancer is what they. It's your standard Deep Blue Sea plot, but with unicorns.
But yeah, it was cool to see. We actually got evil unicorns not too long ago, Adam. I'm sure you remember the hit film Shazam! Fury of the Gods.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
This is basically a remake of Shazam! Fury of the Gods. No, that is the thing. If you look into like the lore of unicorns, like they're not supposed to be like the most friendly, but I don't think we've ever really seen that in movies other than Shazam! Fury of the Gods and Cabin in the Woods. So
that's right. Cabin in the Woods. That's a good pull. I was just thinking of Cabin in the Woods when I reviewed Until Dawn, because Until Dawn feels kind of like a crummier version of that movie.
Well, you also got Charlie, the Charlie cartoon.
But wait a minute, Adam. Until Dawn was
that a reference to the YouTube?
Yes.
Oh my God, where it takes
Charlie.
his liver.
Charlie.
Yeah.
Adam.
We're going on an adventure. Sorry.
Until Dawn is the same director as Shazam! Fury of the Gods. You're telling me he let you down?
Who could have saw this coming when you have
I have
Shazam
to see this movie. This
and
might be
Sony behind the wheel.
I bet
you are making me so excited to go watch this. I cannot wait.
Crystal, did you play the game?
No.
Oh, you should just play the game and not watch the movie.
I'm okay with that.
I'm willing to bet this is another Godzilla -1 Nosferatu situation, and it's great. But anyway, back to Death of a Unicorn. The whole movie was like a fun ride. The pacing was really, really great. It was very enjoyable. The kills were fun. I don't know why it didn't do super well.
Yeah, I don't know. It definitely is the quirky, dark comedy thing that's not going to be mainstream audience. But I thought with A24's, pizzazz and some of the big name actors they have in it, it would be enough. And the bizarre thing is, I don't think it was even up against anything big. I don't think there was like a Gladiator 2 or a Wicked.
No,
let me look at the day it came out.
Maybe they shouldn't have had Jenna Ortega and Paul Rudd. If they had some cheaper main actors, maybe it would have done a little bit better.
Well, I don't think there was a lot of advertisement for it, to be honest, because with Paul Rudd being on it, you would think that there'd be a lot more advertising going in because he is a drawing name.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Well, unless it's Ant-Man 3 and then it doesn't do well. This would have been a better one if it just went to like Amazon Prime or something.
Did this really come out? Hang on. Did this really come out the same week as The Woman in the Yard?
I guess so. Oh, wow. They shat both of those out.
Because The Woman in the Yard, I think, did really well. And it kind of, for some reason, blew up online for the controversial storytelling.
Oh, I didn't see Woman in the Yard. I left it off. Maybe the end of the year wrap up.
Yeah, I didn't really enjoy it. We also had Jason Statham's A Working Man. Okay, that answers everything. Jason Statham completely steamrolled Death of a Unicorn. Same audience. Yeah.
I saw the Working Man like poster. Like, is this just Beekeeper 2? What the fuck is this?
So he's got the gun, like, the shaft of it where his crotch is. So stupid. Like, God.
But yeah, I think this movie is solid. I really enjoy. I'm excited to watch it again. These days, I rarely want to like watch a movie again, and this one I'm like, no, I actually had such a good time with it. Yeah, Jenna Ortega's great in it. I think like she's playing younger than she really is, and it's starting to become less convincing these days.
I did like the stupid bull ring in the nose with the vape thing that she's constantly doing, like freaking out.
I love the guy on the right here, the big pale albino guy who's in a bunch of stuff. He's about to be Calypso in Twisted Metal season 2, and I'm so excited for that.
Okay.
But yeah, enjoyable time. When it hits streaming, I highly suggest you watch it. Again, I was getting Abigail vibes from it, so if you like that movie, I think you would really enjoy this one. Speaking of streaming, there's a new show starring Kevin Bacon called The Bondsman. Did anyone get a chance to check this out? I watched 2 episodes of it.
I watched the first episode.
Okay, yeah. I saw previews for it and it looked interesting. It's got a very Evil Dead vibe, as you can tell from this chainsaw that he's rocking.
Sure.
Tells the story of a bondsman or bounty hunter. I think those are the same things. I'm not entirely sure. Getting killed by 2 people he was pursuing, and then he comes back to life and gets healed. He finds out that the devil appreciates his bounty hunting skills and wants to use him to now do bounty hunting for demons who escaped hell, which is the plot of Drive Angry starring Nicolas Cage. But this one's done a little bit better, I believe. Yeah, it's pretty fun. You get like all this demon violence. The demons are pretty cool. The violence is a lot of fun. It didn't really grab me as much as I hoped it would, but I'm gonna give it a few more episodes because I think there could be something good there. It's filling the gap left behind after Ash vs. Evil Dead went off the air. But Logan, what did you think?
Hang on one second, Tony. Can you put punch back 2 photos to the logo, since I have absolutely nothing to bring to the table on this video, since I didn't watch this shit. Yeah. I'd like to point out the typography on the Bondsman.
Yeah,
this is kind of a low res shit image that Tony sourced per usual. But if you look, if you can enhance on the N and the M and the N, those are all no. Please go back.
I can't make it any bigger.
That's fine. That's fine.
I see it now. Yeah,
people on their computer can. There's a chainsaw for the N. There's double knives for the M, and then we have a shotgun on the N. I appreciate that. They put some effort into the font.
Hold on, asshole.
Wow.
Fucking,
why are you so rude to your guests?
Let me go blow someone again quickly, Tony, since that's what we're doing today. I'm the bad guy.
Doesn't do the show in months, comes back, making all kinds of crazy demands. Tony, can you punch in? No, I can't punch in.
Can you enhance in 2025? Can you enhance a little bit?
Just do better.
Yeah, there you go. Chainsaw.
Okay, nice. You can kind of, it's more pronounced in the black and white. That's fine. It's giving me a little bit of a Venture Brothers vibe with this style. Anyway, Logan, I was going to transition before I was rudely interrupted by, I guess we're calling him the host. Does the font match the quality of the show? Is the show just as good as the font?
I'll tell you right now. I was ecstatic because I didn't watch a lot of I just saw one trailer, and I didn't even watch the entire trailer. I just saw mainly, I think he was fighting someone with the orange eyes or whatever. I'm like, that looks kind of shitty. Like the eyes part looks kind of shitty personally to me. It was giving like Ghost Rider vibes.
I was gonna say Ghost Rider.
Yeah.
But then I watched it and I was like, holy, this show is good. And I also I'm from the South, so it takes place in Georgia, and it's I'm not from Georgia, from Tennessee, but it is kind of cool to okay, they're going to a little honky tonk bar or whatever, and someone's singing country music and stuff like that, and his mom's very religious and stuff like that. It was very fun. I think Kevin Bacon's doing a great job in it. His character's perfect. The gore was good when the guy gets his hand blown off in his first episode. It's really good. Actually, after watching the first episode, I was very excited to see where the season goes because it's very fun and it's also shot really well. Very good quality. It just feels like a lot better than shit that Netflix is cranking out and stuff like that. As far as a direct streaming show, very good quality.
I feel like Amazon does a little bit better job with their shows.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh yeah. Did you guys watch Did you watch G20?
I did not watch G20. I watched your review of G20 and I had a fun time watching it. Crystal, what did you think of The Bondsman?
I was really excited. I didn't see any trailers. Just like every single thing you tell me to watch, I just watch it without knowing what it is. I was like, I have no idea what this is. This looks dumb or it sounds dumb. And then I looked at it and I was like, oh shit, Kevin Bacon. FYI, I've met Kevin Bacon, so that equals like everyone else's 2 degrees to Kevin Bacon.
We
so
talked about that recently on. Oh wait, we can't talk about when we talked about it.
We talked about it after the stream, so no one heard it, Tony.
Okay.
So yeah, you're welcome for making everyone else, second degree. Anyway, so I watched the first episode. Absolutely loved it. I was like, fuck yes, I love every aspect of this. It's fun. It's campy. It's gory, violent. Horror aspects are great. Cheesy. And then I watched the second episode and I was like, okay, it's not as exciting. And then I watched the third episode and I was like, okay, I'm losing interest. It got really boring really fast. And I don't know if it gets better. I just stopped at the third episode and then forgot it existed.
All right. I'm gonna try and see if I can get to the third episode. What was the one that we did with Bruce Campbell a while back? It's since been canceled. But that was when I was like lukewarm on for the first
Burn Notice.
Oh.
The neighborhood movie where like the satanic movie, right?
Yeah, it was hold on. It was on Peacock. Give me a second. I'll get it.
The Evil Dead. It was the Evil Dead.
No, this is the Evil Dead.
Spider-Man 2.
Black Friday.
No, not Black Friday. That's a movie. It was a show. Hysteria. That was one when we reviewed it. I only got a few episodes in and I was lukewarm. And then I ended up watching all of it and I really liked it. And then they canceled it. So yeah, this is kind of, I guess it's now giving me a new demon show. I guess I just can't trust demon shows with Bruce Campbell. They eventually get canceled, some sooner than others. But yeah, so far, so good. I'll see if I feel the same way you did, Crystal, about the third episode. I do want to say the mom in the show is Beth Grant, who is the lady who gets blown up in Speed when she tries to leave the bus. She's also the girl in Donnie Darko that does the whole, like, I doubt your commitment to sparkle motion. Every time I see her face, that's all I can think of. Every time I see her, I'm like, oh, it's that lady.
Let me know, Tony, if you like it, if it gets better. Like, you might feel that way, but then let me know if it pumps back up.
All right, I'll let you know if it picks up. But I do.
Okay, let's get to the show that everybody's actually watching. Number one show right now, super popular. Tony, I assume it's next. The Last of Us. We're going to talk about The Last of Us season 2.
No.
Next on the
wait,
no,
Tony picking a good popular show or something?
What? I do want to watch the scene of Pedro getting his head crushed in because that'll make me feel better. No, I don't like Pedro Pascal. Like, why would I watch the show? I didn't play the game.
Why don't you like him?
He's super likable.
Everything I've seen him in has been bad. Even when he's okay, like in Gladiator 2, it's a bad movie, like Gladiator 2.
I'm not watching him for the story or the plot.
Okay, well, he does.
Daddy.
No, I don't like Pedro Pascal. God damn. But actually, next on the list is something everyone is talking about: Sinners. Directed by Ryan Coogler. What the fuck was that? Okay. Sinners tells the story of 2 twin brothers who are criminals returning home to set up a club. The night they open up, an Irish immigrant comes and wants to celebrate, and they are extremely xenophobic, and they tell him, no, go back to Ireland. Very problematic. Ryan Coogler made those Black Panther movies about a country that won't let anyone in. Now he's doing Sinners that says, hey, go back to Europe. This feels like an attack on my good friend Manny Muskets, who's from foggy London town. Turns out that Irish guy is a vampire. So he decides to make all their friends vampires. They take over the bar. They want to kill everyone. And it's a band of survivors trying to fight off vampires throughout the night. It sounds like From Dusk Till Dawn, but like not really. There's other than 2 brothers and a bar, the whole setup is a little bit different. They actually hint to the vampire change, whereas From Dusk Till Dawn does it very abruptly. And I will have more to say about From Dusk Till Dawn on Monday for Cinco de Mayo. But yeah, I had a really good time with this, and it has made me forgiven Ryan Coogler for producing this piece of shit
Mm.
and directing this travesty.
Yeah,
I'm like,
that
oh wow, he did a good movie again. I knew he was good, but after this glorified HBO Max commercial and this, I don't even know why they made this. Like, we
Money.
lost Black Panther. Let's do Tiny Woman Black Panther. That's a terrible idea. We finally get a great movie again. I have some issues with it, but for the most part, I really, really liked it. Adam, would you say that Ryan Coogler and Michael B. Jordan continue their perfect track record with Sinners? And do you think it is a film that effortlessly blends multiple genres into one cohesive story and doesn't have a similar pacing from dusk till dawn with a richer narrative, Adam?
I feel like you're telling me everything I'm going to say, Tony. That's weird. It's crazy how that works. It's like,
what do you mean? I'm just coming up with these off the top of my head, Adam.
Like we're brothers. Tony, I think that this is a fantastic movie, and Coogler has not missed with Michael B. Jordan. They did the Creed films together, the first two, and then they did Black Panther, obviously, and thankfully Killmonger was not in Wakanda Forever because that movie was absolute trash.
No, he was. He had a cameo. He was not part of the main story, though.
That's cap. We're going to keep going, though. Sinners was a delight. I do think the similarity on Dusk Till Dawn is that the pacing is kind of the same. You have 2/3 of this film that really aren't vampiresque. Yes, there is a scene or two mixed in, but for the most part, you're really backloaded with the vampire action. I like this one a lot more than From Dusk Till Dawn. I'm probably in the minority on that, but I do not care for the first 2/3 of From Dusk Till Dawn at all. I think that the last stuff is freaking awesome, though. Sinners is kind of the opposite. The end of the movie was the cherry, but the Sunday was already present. I really like the whole mobster angle with these two brothers, Smokestack, and how they came back to their community. And, this is in Mississippi. This is during
Prohibition.
Prohibition and redlining and all that stuff. Well, this is pre-redlining, I suppose. But regardless, it's not a good time for Black people in the South. And these guys have made a lot of money ripping off pretty much everybody in the cities. And so they're back here and they're gonna open up. I can't remember what they call it. It's not like a bar per se. They have a term for it.
Joint.
A juke joint. Thank you.
Yeah.
And this is where you get some of those other genres where they're blending horror, they're blending the mafia stuff, they're blending like this crazy musical set piece where you have a one take camera shot that's moving around, or at least they're making it seem like it's a one take.
Can I talk about the musical scene? So
please.
So the scene starts, and I'm like, okay, they're gonna sing a song. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I come back.
You left during it?
I come back. And
on
suddenly there's like people in costumes, and I'm like, they're having a lot of fun here. And then there's like a guy in a leather jacket with an electric guitar, and I went, what the fuck is happening? And then the roof is burning down. I'm like, wait, what's I don't know what's going on. And then I realized, this is like an artsy sort of like the music throughout the culture. But man, if you really miss the setup to that because you're pissing in the bathroom and walk into it, I caught on pretty quick, but it was very jarring. I was like, what? This party got a little wild.
I think that was more jarring than the actual vampires because, and to, kind of to your point, I think that is maybe the one thing I would not necessarily criticize, but want more of was some of this musical inspiration more throughout the film.
Yeah.
Because it's really just at that part. And then, whatever, the guy's playing music throughout it, but that kind of craziness. And then it's at the end credit scene where I think half of my audience left and did not get to see the brilliant ending that really tied it up in a bow. If you haven't seen Sinners, there is an end credit scene that's maybe a minute after the credits start to roll.
Yeah.
It's enough time though for people to get up and leave and not realize it's going to happen.
Well, maybe they had just seen, not spoiling anything, but maybe they had just seen Minecraft and they were like, end credit sequences are pointless.
Yes, right.
Logan,
we're only here for the memes. But Sinners was great. I'm actually gonna have one of the actors.
I was gonna say,
not one of the big ones, but Chris is the character in Sinners. He's the guy that's like locked outside of the bar because they think he was bit.
Oh my god, I felt so bad for that guy.
Yeah. He's gonna be on my live tomorrow night. He's actually
awesome.
cousins with my buddy Bless, who I met out here, and Bless is like, Adam, my cousin wants to come on your show. Get a hold of him. So he's going to come on. We're going to talk about the movie and just some of the other stuff he's done and produced. That'll be fun.
All right, everyone, subscribe to Adam for that video, and then unsubscribe when it comes out. Logan,
of course, yes.
What did you think of Sinners?
I thought it was great. I thought it was fantastic. And this is one of those things where, like, when people talk up a movie so much, it kind of like, it makes me start to worry because it puts a lot of weight on people to like, okay, now I'm going to go in it with like a microscope. It's like, is this actually freaking good or not? I did the same thing with Black Panther. And I was like, because when Black Panther came out, I couldn't get a freaking ticket to see the damn movie for like 3 weeks. And then I finally was able to see it. And it was fantastic. This movie's awesome. It's got like almost like a Quentin Tarantino script vibe, like how people speak the screenplay and stuff like that. Like, I thought that was really fun. It is very funny at times. I love the vampires in it. The vampires are fan-freaking-tastic. I mean, Michael B. Jordan, he's always been good since he was in The Wire. So he's fantastic in this.
He was fantastic in Fantastic Four. I think we all agree on that.
He was. He was the only good thing about that.
He was Fan-Four-Stick, right?
Everybody's favorite.
But no, man, the movie's great. The violence was great. The character development was awesome. I don't really have a bad thing to say about the movie. And the funny thing is, it's 2 hours long, but it didn't feel like it was 2 hours. It felt like it was an hour and 30 minutes. I was like, where did the extra 30 minutes come from? Because you're so engaged in the story. And that scene that you were talking about, I thought that was so cool how it's we travel through time. You have this gift and you see that. I'm like, that's freaking cool. Like, I like that. Like that kind of shit. Like, it made me think of like the scene in The Northman where you see like his lineages or whatever. And you see the twins are growing like that little way.
That again.
It just takes you out of the movie a little bit for something like magical. I like little things like that, but then it brings you back to the movie. I like when we take a little trip outside of the realm of the movie and then come back to the movie. It was awesome. It was a great movie.
And can we also talk about how jovial the vampires were? Like, what a great group of people. I kind of wanted to go hang out with them.
Yeah. I mean, all right, so it, by the way, it does teach a good lesson. If an Irish person wants to hang out with you, say no, get out, or you'll be surrounded by...
Take your potatoes and get a hug.
You'll be surrounded by disgusting redheads. Crystal, what did you think of Sinners?
Oh, wow.
So...
You love this. You were texting me about this.
So, once again... I went on AMC and I was like, all right, I have to see some movie called Sinners. Looking it up. Okay, great.
You missed all the hype for this?
I did.
Oh, wow.
I don't know where I was because I walk in right as the movie started. I realized I was the only white person in there and I see some people in a field picking cotton. And I was like, oh, shit. Did I walk into the right movie? Like, what is happening? I sit down and I'm like, all right, guys. All right, let's see what's happening. And... had no idea it was a vampire movie or anything. So I'm fully engaged going through this journey, which was really, really cool. And I'm actually happy I had no idea what this was about because that entire experience, honestly, I don't even have that many words to explain it because it was so cool. It was so cool not knowing anything about this movie, going in blind, and it was just phenomenal.
Did you see it in IMAX?
Yeah.
Yeah. I made a point to see it in IMAX, and that really helped.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I seen that spit strand from Haley Steinfeld go into Michael B. Jordan's mouth in that big, beautiful screen. Oh, God. That was so nice. Yeah.
Well, I thought what was really cool is the aspect also changes.
Yeah.
During the music. And I was like, I didn't realize it was happening. And I was like, holy shit, this is cool. Love the music aspect. There is music throughout this entire movie, and you don't.
It's important to the story and everything.
It's so important, and you don't realize there's a little bit of music here, and you're like, okay, they're singing on the side of the road and stuff like that, and then he's also playing. You don't realize it until that big musical scene where it kind of takes you to a whole nother level, and you realize how important music is to everyone. I loved that scene so much because I obviously huge music lover. It's literally my career is in music, and especially the blues. The blues, I think, I love that we are talking about the blues and it is incorporated into this film. the entire way on the way home, I was listening to Buddy Guy, who I love in that last scene.
Yeah.
He's so, I see he popped up on the screen. I was like, what the fuck? And I was like, holy shit, this is really fucking cool. And I was just like listening to Buddy Guy with a little mix of Stevie Ray Vaughan on the way home. And I was like, oh my God, I was like living. This movie is so good. And then also with the horror aspect, the visuals were awesome. There's the Irish music in it was fine. The dancing, the actual prosthetics and the special effects. I actually, if I was there, I probably would have picked to go with the vampires because I was like, wait, I get to know everything that everyone just felt and have this bliss. It's like they really sold it, and I was like, why is no one wanting to do this? Because they were saying, hey, we also want to go to that KKK group over there and tell them they're fucked up, murder all of them, and bring them in, and all be happy. And I'm like, this is going to solve world peace, making everyone vampires. So why are we not doing
demonic
this?
vampires?
Yes.
They had soul. They could play.
Yeah.
Yeah, they could. They were dead.
The vampires have a hive mind, which is really cool.
That is cool.
Much like From Dusk Till Dawn, there's no like, oh no, what's happening to me? Once you're a vampire, you're like, I am full vampire. I want to kill, and I'm on board with all my homies that I met 5 seconds ago. So that was cool that they have this hive mind, but they also share all their memories. And he's very old, so he has a lot of memories, and the memories of people that he's been killing for like hundreds and hundreds of years, if not thousands.
Yeah, and they play the rules too, which is cool. The rules of the vampire. They cannot come in unless they're welcome. I was really, really happy when I saw that. The voodoo magic I love because I love voodoo magic. I think it's so it's cool to learn and know about it because it is so ingrained in being ancestors and
as like a voodoo sort of witch doctor person in the beginning. So it's not weird when she suddenly knows everything in the end. By the way, this actress who I'm gonna butcher her name if I try to say it. She was in the horror movie His House, which is on Netflix. That was one of the best horror movies I've seen in years. I highly recommend His House. She was also in Loki. I guess she was one of the time traveling people that.
Oh, maybe that's what I know her from. I couldn't place her. I knew she looked familiar though.
Yeah.
Okay.
So good. Also, I cried also at the end when she shows back up at the end.
Yes.
I'm sitting there trying not to be that person bawling her eyes out, and I'm like, I swear I'm okay.
Well, that's why I said it's really sad for the people that didn't stay for the end credits because it really was a beautiful ending to the movie.
I guess the ending is the only thing I really had issue with.
Which part of the ending? Which part?
I really
the killing of the KKK or the beautiful moment where he's reunited with his family, or Buddy Guy coming back, or being the main person, and
pretty much all of it. It was just weird at the end. It was just weird that the vampires were like, we're soulless demonic vampires from hell, and we want to kill your kids and whatever. And they're like, but we're not racist. I mean, the KKK are the real bad guys. Like, what the hell are you trying to do here, movie? And then at the end, it's like, the movie feels like it ended. They're like, no, we also have to. I'm like, look, you can do KKK or evil vampires. If you do both, it feels a little cluttered.
No
and then
way.
the post-credit,
I highly disagrey because I think there's such
the
a
vampires see no color, Tony. The vampires see no color.
There is such a great social commentary in this.
I get it.
It's placed perfectly in this time.
It felt like a little much.
Oh, Cody, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Oh, I can kind of see how, like, if you flip it where it's like the vampires, like their message or whatever is like, we don't care. We just want you to be one of us.
Yeah.
Right.
And they're us perceiving them as the bad people because that's opposite what the current time is being represented as.
That's the whole point of them saying, listen, look at your world. You are not free because of the world that you are living. They fucking physically say it, Tony. They say that you are not free I get it. But yet you can be free with us because we don't have it. Go fuck yourself, Tony.
Maybe we should get to something more Tony speed. Minecraft, I think we have that to talk about.
Thank you,
and
Adam.
Look, I knew the one brother was going to live and what's-her-face was going to live because they weren't there at the end. But, like, the whole thing is, like, once you're vampire, you're full-on vampire mode. You, like, only want to use and kill humans. So the whole post-credit sequence was like, I made a promise to my brother. Like, what? That one guy was ready to kill his daughter and wife, but you guys are like, you know what? I'm gonna let this one slide. I'm like, the vampires weren't like that the whole movie until
I think because vampires tend to have more of a like. There's a whole like they can't be invited unless they're. Or they can't be in unless they're invited. If they make a promise, I feel like there's more to that. I thought it was believable.
Well, I thought it was also to speak to Smoke and Stack's like super connection they had. They're twins for one thing, which already has that kind of magical mysticism. But you always hear about twins and some of the cool things they can do. But they made this agreement ahead of time, and I think that the vampire, as demonic and as one-dimensional
the power
as
of
they
love overwrote the vampire.
No, but I think there is, they have rules, and so if they made this rule ahead of time, they had an agreement, and he's standing by it.
I just think the vampirism should override the rule. However, the scares were good. I loved when baby Forrest Whitaker is peeing in the woods. I love the lightning bugs or fireflies as they're called in some places.
Yeah.
And I was waiting for it. I knew what they were doing. I love when like the lights of the vampire's eyes showed up.
That was great.
Yeah. So again, the ending's not bad. I like it. It was a little much for me. The rest
you
of
just
the
didn't
movie,
get it. Yeah, no, you just didn't get it. That's fine.
I didn't get it. The rest of the movie
he
is
literally
perfect.
watched it after Minecraft, and he was texting me because I was like, "This movie is honestly it's honestly one of my favorite movies."
Hold on.
Go ahead, Tony.
No, I have it.
Go ahead, Tony.
I have it. Hold on.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Nobody said I am Steve in Sinners.
Here we go. I said, she goes, I'm so jealous that you get to watch that movie for the first time because holy fucking shit. And I went, I doubt a kid will hold a candle to the hit film, a Minecraft movie. And then she says, I will fly up right now and murder you if you say that again. So then I copy and paste it. I doubt it'll hold a candle to the hit film, a Minecraft movie. But no, it is a solid time. I highly recommend everyone see it. Again, I really, really enjoyed it. Not story issue. There was a technical issue, but I want to know if this was just my experience or not. Randomly throughout scenes, would there be shots that are just really dark? Like the contrast went up really, really high.
Wow, coded racism from Tony.
No, I mean like
too
is
dark,
anyone surprised?
Tony. Wow.
Vampires or KK?
No, there were like it happened at random moments.
They're kind of the same.
No, it was like random moments throughout the film. Like
you're right, Tony. I said it in my review. I think it is so I didn't get to see this in IMAX or like a fancy new fandangled theater. I have a pretty shitty theater. Okay, so maybe it's just a problem with the. Yeah, I had it too. It was very dim in a lot of scenes. I actually left the theater 30 minutes in and talked to the people up front and said, I think there's something wrong with your projector because this movie is really like not lit well in scenes. So I don't know. Other people said it was really crisp and contrast and punchy. So I don't know.
There were moments where it's the same camera angle during a conversation. They're cutting back and forth. And then one of the times they'll cut to someone, the contrast was really, really dark. And it would cut back and be fine. I'm like, what is happening here?
I had that too. I had it too.
Okay, good. Then it wasn't just me then.
But we are technical guys, though, Tony. We're tech heads, so maybe we're looking at it at a deeper level.
Crystal was too busy crying in the theater.
The water was drowning out the visuals.
But now I'm sitting there. But now I'm sitting there like, oh, do I look like an asshole now that I got up during the musical performance to go?
Yes.
You're like, I can't take this. Yeah.
Tony stayed for all the white people moments, all the KKK stuff. Tony was there, like waiting on bated breath.
Oh, the vampires singing their song. I was clapping. I was, yes.
He was mainly clapping for their first song. And then the banjos.
Played the guitar, and I went, nah, and I walked out. And I came back, and they were doing Irish dance, and I went, yes. I was asked to leave.
Don't you hate the Irish because you're Italian? Isn't that how that works?
We do, and yet we're drawn to them. It's a curse. Worse than vampirism. Dating an Irish person, that's hell on earth.
Let the redheads be, baby.
Crystal, funny story to what you said earlier about thinking you were in the wrong theater. I did that late last year. I went to a movie and the entire theater was black people, which never happens, even in South Carolina. I'm the only white dude. I'm like, huh. A lot of people came out for this like random Jason Statham movie. Cool, I guess. I sit down and The Color Purple starts. I went into the wrong theater. It's the one white guy who gets up and just.
No! You should have just stayed there. What did you do?
But I had to review the other movies. I'm
No,
like,
Color
I'm
Purple's
sorry.
beautiful.
I'm sorry,
And-
I'm not supposed to be here. Jason Statham. I don't know if it was Jason Statham, but it was a different movie. That was really awkward. Really awkward.
You also missed a fantastic movie.
It was even great because I was like in the dead center of the theater too, and I was running late. Like the whole theater's packed.
Wow, what an asshole! Wow, this panel is nothing but racist.
Sorry. Subscribe to Editors Movie. Sorry.
Wait.
I'm not supposed to
What
be
if you
here.
had? What if you had missed the opening like the opening credits? Would you have just waited for Jason Statham the whole time? Because I've told a story about this. My one gym I used to go to had a theater full of like treadmills, and they would play movies. And they said that they were playing Tick Tick Boom with Andrew Garfield, but this theater wasn't the best at programming, and they would sometimes play the wrong movie. So I watched the last 40 minutes of In the Heights, and I was like, wow. A lot of brown people in this movie. When did Andrew Garfield show up? I'm like waiting for Andrew Garfield, and then the movie ends and it says In the Heights. I'm like, that wasn't Tick Tick Boom. What the hell is that wrong? But I was waiting the whole movie, and it didn't occur to me until the title came up. I'm like, oh yeah, there weren't a lot of white people in this movie. Why did I expect Andrew Garfield to show up?
Did you not pay attention to what the fuck was even happening in the
No.
movie?
Well, I didn't know what the plot of Tick Tick Boom was other than Andrew Garfield was in it. So I kept waiting for Andrew Garfield to show up in the film.
Two awesome, really.
I can imagine.
shows.
I can imagine Adam getting to the end of the Color Purple remake and being like, "Jason Statham's got to be here any second now."
Well, I didn't know he was in a musical. That's not flex, but all right.
Yeah. I'm sorry. In the Heights is also a phenomenal musical, and also so is Tick Tick Boom's a great show.
Hey, look, the last 40 minutes were solid. I want to check out the rest of the movie at some point.
See the Broadway show; it's so good.
What was that? Was that 3? Let's do our mid-show super chats. Get your super chats in, everyone. Also, I forgot to play this at the wrestling show. They were blowing fire on each other. Let's see a clip of that. Oh, that was cool as shit. And Adam's gone for the super chats. All right.
Yeah, I missed that part. I went to the bathroom when they didn't they fart fire on a guy too or something.
I forget about the fart fire. All right, Pico Jet Black, who still has not fixed his name. No,
I love him.
Panel, do you live in fear that Tony will show up at your house with no pants, covered, baby oil, grabbing himself like Beetlejuice and yelling honk honk?
Every day.
Asshole. Panel, aren't you glad that you get the bully Tony and his huge bobblehead for free while the rest of us have to pay for that? Hashtag Tony needs friends. Hashtag love.
I get it for free. This is like torture. Are you kidding me? This is like community service work for us.
Fuck you. Pico Jet Black for $5. Oh, good. Back in time. Adam, as the only Tony apologist, do you trust him in your home, using your bathroom, eating from your fridge, and near your car? Hashtag Tony needs that surgery.
Tony apologist? I don't even know what that means.
You're the least mean to me?
Really? That's depressing.
Pico Jet Black for $5. Tony, please don't
He's giving you
release
so much money.
Please don't release that photo of yourself in that thong. You don't have the confidence to pull it off. You'll scare off more women. Hashtag stop Tony. Okay,
as a Tony apologist who's seen him in a thong, of course, many times, I can say it. He is absolutely pulling it off.
Oh, good. The one super chat that's not Pico Jet Black. It's Johnny Rocket for $4.99. Back the Maniac on Fund My Comic. It features Tony of Hack Movies. That's right. I'm going to be in a comic book. I hope the Maniac doesn't kill me. I feel like the Maniac is going to kill me. But yeah, back that comic. It is a comic that will actually come out, unlike Super Killer. Pico Jet Black for $2. Panel, why won't you super chat Tony money? Hashtag friends. Because they're on this show. Why? This fucking asshole.
He should be giving us fucking money. He's literally, look at the amount of money that you are giving him. I get nothing. He won't even pay for my flight up. Like, nothing. He doesn't even pay. When we go out, after we're done reviewing, he doesn't even pay for my lunch.
Oh, fuck you. I have. Not all the time. Pico Jet Black for $2. Please review the Kingdom of Heaven director's cut. I think Gil talked about that. Oh, on the Reviewing History podcast, who wants me on, and I'm looking at their episodes, and I see fucking Crystal was a guest, and I went, you motherfuckers.
They're my friends.
I'm like, you motherfuckers did Crystal before you asked me? What the hell is this shit?
Well, there's reasonings for that, and I'll tell you that later.
Oh,
I
think I know the reason. I think I connected.
I was dating someone that they know.
You didn't have to
And
say
they're
it
like,
out loud.
wait a
I was keeping it
minute.
vague. Pico Jet
That's
Black for
true.
$5. Tony, is it okay to show off your giant forehead? Just like your shirt. No hat can hide that size. Be proud of your hairline. Hashtag Adam does great hair. All right. So fucking 3 more, and then we're getting back to this, you assholes.
Is Pico Jet Black actually me? Wouldn't that be the craziest twist of all?
That would be really fun. Like
I
when
would
you
love
walked
that.
away off camera for a second, you just did like 15 of them.
That Adam sure got a Colgate smile, unlike Tony.
$2. Logan,
Well,
why
you
do
would be
people-
giving him $5 for a lot of the chats.
Logan, why do
true. That's
people
true.
bully Tony and his, you know?
I don't know.
I'm banning
Ooh.
Pico. If he didn't donate so much money, I would ban him. These are going to me, right? These aren't going to Adam or Chris. Okay.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Dylan German has been a member for 13 months. I can bully Tony
Nice.
for free, but where's the fun? Oh, great. Enough of this bullying. The flail for $2 on a scale from 1 to 10. How sweaty are your thighs today? Not very sweaty. I did go for a long walk today. So they were sweaty, but now they're fine.
Ew.
And last one, loved from Kiryu Pilot 379. Loved Death of a Unicorn. Thought Minecraft was fun, stupid but dumb fun. Had a good time. Taking my kid to it. All right.
You know,
Oh,
I just want to say, Tony, grazing through the comments that just came up, I recognize, I think, every single one of those as people on my channel as well. So it's nice that we have this kind of family that's been
is.
forged over the last couple of
Thank you
years.
so much for bringing them over because,
Yeah.
you know.
And it's
I
nice
don't know
that
if they all came from my channel. I'm just saying it's nice
They
that
all
there's
came
a-
from
yeah.
you. They only come for this because you're here.
That's right.
So
okay.
thank you. Tony
I mean, I
can't
didn't want to
pull
say it, Crystal, but I'm glad that you did. Yeah.
they're all here because they're happy Joey C and Gil aren't here.
Yes, it's about time.
And Bill gifted 5 Hacked Movies memberships.
Oh.
Thank you.
Yay.
That's nice.
All right, up next, a movie that was supposed to come out 4 years ago and has been sitting on a shelf. It's Havoc.
I think it's 5 years ago.
5 years ago.
Really?
Havoc.
Yeah.
Yes, Havoc.
Damn.
Not the movie where Anne Hathaway diddles herself. This is the new Havoc from the director of that's Havoc 2005. Look it up.
Yeah,
It's
that's
a good
true.
movie.
That's true.
I'd rather have watched that.
From
The fuck?
She
You
gets
find that
naked
clips.
and Love and Other Drugs with
Yeah.
Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yes, the director of Raid Redemption and the Saving Grace segment from VHS 2.
We also did the Raid 2 as well.
And the Raid 2.
Yeah.
But we actually, me, Crystal, and Kaylee just did VHS 1 last week. So yeah, I'm excited when we eventually get to VHS 2. Yes, it tells the story of Tom Hardy is a cop, and
A
he's
crooked
dirty-
cop. A crooked
He's a
cop.
dirty cop, and he's got to help the mayor save his son, who got in trouble with a different crime.
Who's actually played by who's
Forrest
the name?
Whitaker.
Forrest Whitaker, who you said the other that Sinners guy did remind me of Forrest Whitaker. That was a good,
I
that
think
was,
it is his son, is it
was
not?
that Cornbread? Cornbread?
Yeah,
Hold
Cornbread's
on.
his name. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh shit.
But that is his son, right?
I did not know that, but he does look an awful lot like Forrest Whitaker.
Hold on, because Forrest Whitaker does have a son that acts. I think he played I think his son played the younger version of him in whatchamacallit, Black Panther.
You know what's happening right now, Crystal? All black people look like Forrest Whitaker.
Fuck,
to
if that
Tony.
is the case, I'm
All
gonna feel.
look like Forrest Whitaker to
Tony!
Tony.
Am I
Yep.
wrong?
No.
Yep. I don't know.
No,
Tony,
yeah,
That's fucked up.
hold on.
Here we go. Here we
Hold
go.
up. I'm looking it up.
Yep.
No.
Let's all wait in silence.
Oh
for the-
shit,
Google
they're not
said
related.
no.
Exactly.
You
Whitaker.
are an asshole. You are a racist motherfucking asshole.
Oh, that's good
Oh,
stuff.
fine.
That's
Hold
good
on.
stuff. Yep.
What the fuck
Wow.
is Forrest Whitaker's
Yep.
son?
Yeah.
Ocean Whitaker. God damn it. And yeah,
Wait,
he actually
his son's name is Ocean Whitaker?
Forest and
Who is
Ocean.
with Forest and Ocean?
That's
Can we
actually
get
pretty damn
That's
sweet.
awesome. Can we get
the
a
funny
Sky
thing is the
Whitaker?
guy from Sinners looks more like Forrest Whitaker than Forrest Whitaker's actual
Yeah.
son. Holy
happens.
shit.
He's got a son named
Anyway,
Mountain.
I gotta cut all of that out when I clip
You
this later.
think?
Mm-hmm.
So Havoc, Yeah, so I don't know. Tom Hardy's a detective. He's got to help the mayor's son who's being hunted by a rival gang because he killed the gang leader's son. And there's a lot of fighting and something about giving toys to his daughter. Timothy Elephant's there. Who gives a fuck? This
so bad. So bad.
This movie is really bad. And
why? Can I ask, when he got the toys, why the fuck would he ask a cashier to wrap it up for him?
Because he's an idiot.
I don't
also,
know.
where's this movie at? Gotham or something?
Yeah.
I mean,
That's
Jesus
a good
Christ.
point.
In CGI
what the
land.
fuck?
Oh, it looks
yeah.
like a I don't know if y'all remember, but like when they did the new Modern Warfare like 3 years ago, they had this really sick trailer. But it was that's exactly what this movie looks like. It looks like a freaking video game show.
Yeah,
it does.
I feel bad for it. Like, I saw the Ray Redemption and I liked it. Maybe I should watch it again. I don't think I ever saw the second one.
They're both awesome.
I remember people
good.
really hyping up. I thought they were okay. I don't know. Maybe I was in a different mood, but maybe I'll like it more.
Not enough white people,
but people
probably,
were
for you.
really hyped up for this. And I do like the segment he did in VHS too. So, and it's Tom Hardy, you know, my co-star from The Dark Knight
Isn't it
Rises.
like number 2 in Netflix for movies being streamed right now?
Yes.
I think.
Yeah, I think it's
that
one of my
doesn't take
better.
much, though,
It's like one of my
yes.
better performing video reviews out of like a bunch of ones that went to theaters. It did better than those, so people are watching. This
I liked Tom Hardy for the most part. I really liked Bike Riders last year, and a few months back I had to review 3 Venom movies at once. So I wanted to see him in something
You
different.
really liked Bike Riders?
I enjoyed it. We already talked about it. You were on the episode.
I don't remember you really liking it.
I really liked it.
Okay. Wow. Fuck.
So I was on board for this. I delayed this episode actually, so I had more time to see this.
So aggressive. I delayed this
because I was like, you know what, Tom Hardy action, Raid Redemption. I feel like our audience is gonna like that. It's probably gonna be a good movie. Let me push the wrap up to the 1st of May, and that was a mistake. This movie fucking sucks. I don't know about you, Adam, but
it's fucking terrible.
Adam, would you say that you don't know what Havoc was trying to accomplish, but you know it didn't work?
Tony, are you reading his reviews? That's
I don't know what you're
right?
talking about.
I'm just waiting for him to finish.
I didn't get on the joke. I'm just making the assumption.
I'm waiting for him to finish because as soon as I start talking, he's be like, "Would you also say that it's like this?"
Well, no, because that's the only line they have. I mean, well, no, I'm finished line. I just thought about that off the top of my head. Would you say that?
I would say that, yes. I feel like I did say that, Tony, at one point. The reason it looks like a video game is because it's all CG during the car chases, and I'm pretty sure they utilize that evil AI engine that can kind of generate
I don't know if it was AI. The models were too consistent. They didn't change into a different car.
There was models in the backgrounds that clipped through shit at one point. The car
could also
went
just
through
be
the
bad
curb.
CGI.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
know if
true. It could be rush CG. But
although this has been sitting on a shelf for 5 years, maybe they were like, add just shortcut with CGI.
I Googled it,
actually. I didn't know that.
I did Google it, and Google, I feel like, just talks out of its ass at this point as well. And it's like, it's very likely that there was some AI used on these backgrounds and scenes. Like, they're just shooting the shit with me at this point. Like, it's possible. I think it's possible. No, this movie's a dumpster fire. Tom Hardy, listen, I used to think he was a great actor. Every movie I see him in, he is getting worse. The 3 Venom movies have ruined him. He's basically Eddie Brock again in this movie. What's wrong with
Tom Hardy's acting? You got a problem with Tom Hardy's acting? He really committed to that voice, and he hasn't stopped doing that voice.
He mumbles in everything. Crystal, by the way, not only was he pissed that they wouldn't bag his toys, he also gave him shit for the toy selection at this shitty.
That's all you got.
Crappy ass store.
You only got a plastic bag. You only got a clear plastic bag. What the?
It's Christmas.
This is the worst.
It's supposed to be a surprise. You
ever.
can see through the bag.
Oh, the Christmas thing. I feel like that was so manufactured. People like action movies on
1000%.
Christmas and during Christmas time, like Die
Christmas
Hard.
had
That'll
nothing
help.
to do with this. It
really
literally had
didn't.
nothing.
Yeah, the
except
daughter's
little girl.
The daughter storyline is completely dropped after this opening scene. I don't even know what it was supposed to establish because he is such a shit person in this whole movie.
They're all shit people. There's not one likable person in the bunch. Maybe his partner, but not really.
Yeah.
No,
because she's going along with the shady stuff.
Yeah. And that's the father year and the person in the store said it, and then the ex-wife or whatever mom. I don't know. She had to say it. Just felt so forced, and we get it. you're a shitty dad.
Mhm.
Why do we have to keep mentioning that? And why do we have to see the daughter by the Christmas tree a couple times? Like we got it. We got
And
it.
then he never sees her at the end anyways.
Yeah.
He's like, just give her the gifts at some
Don't
point.
ruin
I
her
don't
Christmas.
care.
Okay,
Yeah.
so was the action good, Adam, Logan, and Crystal? What did you think about the action in this?
I did enjoy that every single gun was an automatic. Shotguns were just like and
With
they
a
had-
trillion bullets
Yeah,
that
yeah,
never.
yeah. They had CG muzzle
There's only-
flare
There's
everywhere.
only 3
The CG
reload scenes. That's it. There's only 3.
Yeah.
The revolver and like I don't know. Like I really feel like it's like literally like there's like no one reloads a damn gun in this whole movie.
And John, I feel like
Isn't
John
the
Wick
one
goes
guy
out of
that-
its way to show John Wick
Yeah.
reload like every 3 shots. It's like aggressive how much he reloads. Like,
Yeah.
real quick, Crystal, remember our
Yeah.
Halloween short? We did that joke at the end where the revolver is like a machine gun and it's
Yes.
ejecting shells, which would never
Yes.
happen. This movie is doing that sincerely,
real.
like not as a joke.
Yeah.
Well, at
And
one
what's-
point, oh sorry, go ahead.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
No, I was gonna say in the hospital, he even has a silencer on it, and
Yeah.
it's loud as fuck. And
Okay,
you're
Well,
like,
This is Modern Warfare right here.
Yeah.
That's literally a scene out of Modern Warfare
Yeah.
because that's for the
I was
longest
like, why
time.
even put a fucking silencer on that?
Well, silencers
Like, why?
are actually not super silent. I think they're
They're
more
not,
to
but I
disperse
don't
the
think-
sound.
They're
that's why you
not supposed
carry
to-
a pillow. You put a pillow up. Come on, we all know
Thank
this.
you.
Yeah, we
But
all
the
know
thing
this.
is, he still shot it like normal. Like, why?
Yeah.
What was even the point of it?
I don't
I know
know.
he was supposed to try and go in the room and shoot him and stuff like that, but everything was loud and there was so much horrific blood. That
Yeah.
blood
I
that
appreciate
was
it.
like,
I appreciated the violence, but the action scenes were disorienting and like they made me nauseous. Like for every like cool fight that like punch or whatever cool move they'll do, there's about like it's accompanied by 5 minutes of shaky cam and then guns flashing on the screen constantly.
Yeah.
It's,
yes.
there's
I
not
got a hot
good
take.
solid. What was that?
Oh no, go ahead. Finish,
Oh,
Tony. Eva.
And then, so the hand-to-hand combat is like 10% good. That's it. The shooting
Can't believe what's
sucks. There was like one cool part where the girl has the shotgun. She's like shooting everyone in the car. That was like okay. But the gunfights are just constant and loud and flashy and not cool at all. And then you get to the car chases, which are so digital. And again, the movie starts off with that digital car chase. Like, okay, maybe this is like an unrealistic sort of Sin City hyper stylized movie,
Mhm.
but it's not because the rest of the
No.
movie is shot on sets that are probably 10 feet wide and then digital backgrounds.
It
and
looks
then-
like Max Payne.
yeah,
Yeah. God, that movie's bad.
yeah, it's nothing works in this. Literally nothing works in this film. And I could not believe how bad it was, especially
So
from
bad.
this director who's known for his incredible action sequences.
Logan had a hot take. What's the
Okay,
hot take?
all right. I liked it. I'm sorry.
Kick him
guys.
out. Kick
I'm
him out.
sorry. I'm sorry. Everything you say, I agree with everything you say.
Kick him out.
I had a blast. This movie,
Who invited this guy?
I'm sorry, but like it was so fun. Okay, yes, it's a horrible movie. I mean, Havoc, it's a freaking mess.
Yeah.
But like, and then everybody freaking like works. What's the agency you work for in John Wick? What's the agency called? The
Continental.
Continental. Everyone in this movie is a fucking Continental agent. I mean,
Yeah.
everyone knows how to fucking. You give them a gun, they already know how to use it. And they
Yeah.
all know.
Well,
fucking
even the
kung
people that are
fu.
supposed to not know, the teenagers that get
Yes.
into shit. There's that girl she's a woman and clearly
Yeah.
like a stunt person of sorts, but she keeps like falling, like slipping on banana peels, but then she's like, whoa, and she just like
Yeah.
8 flips and grabs a bottle and
Yes.
hits someone
She
with
kicks
it.
off the ground and scoots over.
Oh,
and
in the
she, like,
club?
blows
Yeah.
out
Oh my
like
God.
3 barrels of the gun.
So ridiculous.
And then
Okay,
you have
ridiculous
Logan.
but fun.
you
Okay,
have
Logan.
Louis Guzman shooting awkwardly and killing like 5 people with all these machine guns. He's not even behind anything. It's so stupid. What are you gonna say, Crystal?
Logan, what did you like?
Okay.
What did you like about
Okay,
this?
but here's the thing: it's that kind of movie. Like this movie in like 20 years is like going to be a to be classic. You know what I mean? Really,
Like
you got to
the
think about.
room? Like the room? Yeah.
Well, really, I'm telling you, in 20 years, you're going to be seeing people doing podcasts, and they're going to be like, and then this movie Havoc, it was delayed for 5 years, and then it went on Netflix, and it was a mess, but it fucking rocks. I mean, I'm just saying the gore was great. I didn't realize. I didn't know what movie I was getting, so I was completely taken off guard. I thought this one would be like another, like, was it The Drop? Was that is that the right movie with him being like the gangster and the dog?
Drop. Yeah, that was a gangster film. That was much better than this. Yeah,
I thought that's what we were going to get, and then when I watched the movie, I'm like, oh no, like this is not a typical American-made movie at all.
Yeah.
So what you're saying, Logan, is this is essentially the action equivalent of Sinners. pretty much just perfection across the board.
Sinners had way better action than this. Holy shit!
I don't know. It was funny, like, especially when the nightclub scene. And I like the nightclub scene because
you liked the nightclub scene. What is wrong with you?
Let me explain. They walk into the nightclub, and it looks like a normal nightclub. It's not full of people. Some guy is dancing in the background who can't fucking dance. I'm like, well, yeah, you're gonna see that when you go to freaking Fed Hill and go to Mosaic. You're gonna see some frat boy that doesn't know what he's fucking doing because he's fucking drunk. I mean, it's
so you like the extras in the movie is what you're telling me.
A little.
That was such a weird shot too, because he tried to do a cool one take with that, where he had clearly a drone was following him, and even the drone was kind of like jittery at points. Like
it's also half empty. It's not full like in John Wick and stuff like that.
So when the
like
drone
flies
up, flies up, there's like one guy in the corner.
Wait, this is probably shot.
Are we filming? It's the drone operator.
This was probably shot during lockdowns. That's probably why there's not a lot of people on screen at any given point.
That makes sense. But I thought that was kind of funny. And then also like the cityscape. I'm like, where the fuck is this? Like I said, like earlier, I'm like, is this Gotham or something? Like,
yeah, that's. I feel like they shot the movie to be somewhat like realistic, and then in post they decided to make it look like this hyper fantasy sort of thing. Yeah, and it just doesn't mesh well at all.
Maybe if you threw like a futuristic vibe onto this movie, it might make it a little bit funner, just because of like how I don't know. I liked the mood. The acting was bad. Forrest Whitaker did an awful job. It's like he's trying to impersonate the Kingpin, but he's doing awful. And Tom Hardy, I agree. Like, what are you doing? What is this character? You know what I mean? Like at this point, just like do your normal voice. We don't need this like wisecrack guy kind of thing. Like it would actually be cooler if you just spoke in your normal accent. You know what I mean? And that would just be a little bit funner. But like I said, it's a mess, and it was fun. That's like, I'm not saying it's good.
I'm glad you had fun. I did not. I had to watch it in halves. I watched like the first half last night, and I was like, oh my God, I didn't expect it to be this bad. I didn't realize how much people were hating it also.
Oh, go ahead.
No,
I started watching it at work, and I was like, okay, let me like just put it on 1.25 just so I can get through it, know what's happening. I felt nauseous watching it at 1.25, and I was like, oh no. I was like, no way. It's like, did I hit did I hit 2 double the speed? And I was like, and put it back to 1. I was like, oh no, this is still making me nauseous. Like,
well, especially that final battle at the whatever, the barn, wherever the hell they're at.
The cabin.
Oh my God, that was just insanity. The camera is all over the camera lost the plot halfway through the movie. It's just flying. I swear they're throwing it in scenes.
Wait, there was
like,
a
camera just throws it. Like,
well, the whole point
while the punch is getting thrown.
The whole point at the end is like, you're telling me not one motherfucker has set y'all down. I mean, like, he didn't do it. He didn't do it. He didn't do it. Okay. He didn't do it. All right. We know who fucking did it. It's these damn cops. Like you going on this killing spree without listening to anybody just because you have like you said, like just because you see a videotape of him leaving with a pistol. And it just, that part was like, okay, you're just having this happen for the story of the movie. Like this is there's full of holes. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's
Havoc experience, except for Logan, who thinks it's movie of the year.
Basically tied with Sinners. Yep.
Yeah. His end of the year wrap up on Videoville, it's going to be like, all right, Havoc versus Sinners. I fought really hard about this. I'm giving it to Havoc.
My name is Logan Hedges.
When it's on Tubi. In 20 years when it's on Tubi, he's going to be, all about
20 years from now when Havoc 5 is in theaters and wins an Oscar, Logan's going to be like, I told you all along.
I'm going to email all you guys. I don't know what we'll be doing 20 years in the future, but I'll do some sort. I'll get in touch with all of y'all. I'll send letters to your house.
When I'm on the
like,
Havoc,
I did it.
the Havoc roller coaster at Universal Studios because it's become the next Fast and the Furious franchise. I'll be like, God damn it, Logan was right. Logan was right. Vin Diesel will be in it too because just why not?
He's in Havoc too.
Yeah, Havoc too, of course. Yeah.
Yeah, Havoc. Don't watch it. Don't watch it. Watch that Anne Hathaway movie. I don't really remember what it was about.
That one's okay. Yeah, where she controls the alien or whatever.
What? No.
That movie's okay. Yeah.
That's a different movie. Anne Hathaway.
Isn't that called Havoc?
No, that's something else.
The fuck is that called?
I don't know. Anne Hathaway, Havoc is
when
like...
she gets in the sandbox and he controls the kaiju. That's not that movie.
I know what movie you're talking about. That's not
Colossal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Havoc is the one that was done in like the 90s, right? Or early 2000s?
2005.
Okay.
Fed up with the harmless antics of their suburban friends, high school student Allison, Anne Hathaway, and Emily set off to find some real gangsters on the mean streets of Los Angeles.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen this.
After meeting inner city thug Hector, the girls begin spending their time with an entirely different crowd. But as Allison and Emily venture deeper into the criminal world, Hector's violent lifestyle and dangerous connections threaten to consume them. So yeah, she diddles herself. You get to see her boobs.
It sounds like Spring Breakers.
Way better than this. Next up, Daredevil Born Again. We reviewed the first half of the show last month.
Why? Sorry.
Okay, so Adam, just to recap here. Do you know the backstory of the show? What happened with the show?
I'm gonna go get some water. You guys can talk about this stupid movie. I truly don't give a fuck about this at all. I watched one episode. I was bored to tears. So
okay, there's a reason
you
for
can
that.
tell the audience, but I just really don't care.
You can go.
Okay.
Come back. All right. So as we recapped last time, they started making the show with a different creative team that were hesitant to make it an actual follow-up to Daredevil, and they wanted to make it episodic and get rid of all the extra characters other than Daredevil and Kingpin. And someone went, oh my God, this is terrible. We've had too many failures. It's too late to fix Captain America 4. We got to reshoot and fix this show. So they brought 2 new showrunners in to fix it. That's the first episode we got. And yeah, we were complaining at the time that it was very, very hit and miss. Very, very inconsistent. I was enjoying the Muse storyline.
Yeah.
And then it finally got going, and then it just kind of ended abruptly. I thought it was going to be a bigger part of the season.
Yeah.
But it turns out that was all left over from the previous showrunners. So yeah, I was recapping it like on shorts as it was going on. And again, I didn't like outright hate it because I knew something better was coming. And then finally, the last 2 episodes are when the new showrunners completely took over. And it was like you're watching a completely different show.
Yeah.
The whole show is a mixed bag, mostly garbage, until you get to the final 2 episodes with the new creative team. And then it starts to feel like the good Netflix show again. Bullseye's back, why the original showrunners decided he shouldn't come back, I have no idea. I'm glad they got fired. Bullseye's back. He's kicking ass. They bring the Punisher back, who again, he wasn't going to be in the show because he hated the original showrunner's idea. And when the new people, I don't know what their idea for his character was going to be, but he like read their pitch and he went, no, I don't want to do this. And then when the new showrunners came in, he's like, I'll come back for this. We get to see them team up, kicking all kinds of ass. I love the Punisher in Daredevil. I didn't like his solo show. Whoa, God damn it. Did you just die? So yeah,
knee on the desk.
Adam, you said the show sucked, and you were right for the most part until the end, where it got insanely good.
Did I say it sucked? I just don't care. I watched the first 2 seasons on Netflix. I really like season 1. Season 2 got a little too silly for me with Elektra.
Season 3 is solid. I
heard it is. I didn't care to go back. But I did give this one a shot, and the first episode was all right. There was some bizarre musical blending and some just bizarre choices all around. Well, that's the thing.
When you were gone, we talked about how like most of the season has been a stitch up job. Like they're trying to fix the previous showrunners fuck up. But then again, in the last 2 seasons, it takes on a whole different tone. Like the one episode before the new showrunners, it's all about Miss Marvel's dad that no one gives a fuck about.
Yeah.
Stopping a bank robbery.
Episode,
And then when the new showrunners come, they're like, yeah, who gives a fuck about that? Let's watch the Kingpin crush a guy's skull And like you literally see his skull just implode and blood go everywhere. I'm like, where was this Edge for the whole goddamn season?
Yeah, he like rips his jaw off, basically.
Yeah. So yeah, it is insane. Kingpin has taken over the city.
Kingpin looks a little bit more like Ozempic-y too this season. He looks a lot thinner and frailer.
No, he packs on weight by the end of the season.
Does he?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
They make a point when he's
Yeah.
like getting in his outfits. Like my outfits aren't fitting as much as
It
they
literally
used to.
rips as he puts
Yeah.
it on.
Yeah, if you watch like the first couple episodes when he meets at the diner, and then you get to the end of the episode, like it is his belly. I'm sure it's padding, but like it's significantly bigger.
Okay.
For you to like the old Kingpin's back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I love the whole conflict with him and his wife, and then they eventually team up at the end. That poor dude she slept with gets murderated. So yeah, he's basically taken on the whole city, locked everyone off, and Daredevil has to build an army of defenders, perhaps. I don't know. And it ends on a cliffhanger. I couldn't help at the end just going like, well, what about Doctor Strange and Spider-Man and Luke Cage and all those other? Are they just all out of town this weekend?
They're on vacation.
So that part doesn't really make sense, but yeah.
But they're gone. They're gone from everything. Like even in Thunderbolts, they're like, "There's no Avengers to come save the day." It's like, where the fuck are they? What do you mean?
Hulk is still around. Hulk is
Spider-Man. Isn't Spider-Man still around? Isn't Doctor Strange still around? And
yeah, they're all still
She-Hulk and Captain Marvel's doing something. I mean, I don't know what's going on.
They literally talk about Captain Marvel. What did they say? Like how amazing and great she is.
Yeah.
God, that show.
And then
that
nothing.
episode.
Yeah.
It's so stupid how they were trying to make that show. So yeah, I'm glad it got good at the end. This one didn't really work too well, but I'm excited for the next season. Now that we have these new showrunners who know what they're doing, and we got the hyper violence. Daredevil is going to get double D's. No, not breast. He's actually getting the double D logo on his costume.
It looks so sick.
It
looks so freaking sick. I will say that's been my biggest complaint about Daredevil is his suit.
Yeah.
I don't like that Kevlar look. And I like, especially in the first season, it was super shiny. They finally started to dull it down by season 3. And then, I mean, well, freaking She-Hulk. I don't know what the hell they were doing with that one.
They gave him the yellow suit, but no one gave a shit about She-Hulk.
Well, it didn't look right as the yellow suit. But this new the black suit with the red D's, it looks like Ben Affleck's Batman suit, but with the Daredevil symbol. It looks fucking amazing.
So yeah, I'm pumped for it. Logan, did this show win you over at the end? Are you on board now going forward?
So the season was rocky, like you said, and I didn't know the showrunner stuff, so that makes more sense, because the thing is, Becca had never seen any of the Daredevil, so I was like, okay, season 3's out, let's watch it, and so she liked it. And I was like, okay, let's go back and watch season 1, and we'll get caught up for the next season that comes out, that they're whenever it comes out, I guess next year. That was when I noticed, like, oh my god, this is so freaking different. Like, Daredevil in season 1 and 2, like he just wants to see people in pain. He beats the shit out to people to nearly death, but like he still doesn't kill them. And that's the whole thing, is like, you just like seeing people hurt. Do you get happy on hurting people and stuff like that? And it's just it's like I don't know, like the whole heist scene was off. I mean, that whole heist episode was pointless. The action scenes are, besides the first episode with him fighting
which was all added. That was all added. That first episode was to fix all their mistakes that they were making.
Yeah, that fight scene was good. Nothing with the Muse was really anything really to call home about. And then at the end, yes, it started like ramping up, and then like what was it? The thing is, they kill off a character that's very interesting midway through the season. And it's like, well, what do I have to care about now? Because no offense, I don't care about Kingpin. What you're doing with this character, I don't care.
Yeah.
And my biggest my biggest thing was the way they're building up, like vigilantes are just ruining the city. We don't see any vigilantes other than the White Tiger and freaking
the swordsman from Hawkeye, kind of.
Yeah,
he's just there.
The thing is I'm saying, like, the way they're building up the city is going to shit. We don't see any of that. We don't
Yeah.
see any of that. Yeah, there's a serial killer around. That
Mhm.
that's scary. But we don't see the actual everything that they're complaining about with the whole Kingpin storyline. We
Yeah.
don't see any of that.
Well,
It looks like freaking like it looks like they're in downtown Manhattan. Everything's beautiful. Like
Yeah.
I don't know. That
I
was
think
my
it's
biggest.
trying to cause chaos within the people,
Mm.
and that's why in one of the scenes where they're trying to blame things on the vigilantes and stuff like that, and
Oh yeah,
putting
yeah.
like the what was it, the hat, like they killed the kid when he
Yeah.
was looting, and then put the hat. No, he's a vigilante and stuff like that.
Mm.
It's really causing just chaos within the city. Like there's not. They're talking about some trouble and stuff like that, like any city has, but they're just trying to amp it up and put blame on something. It's
Yeah.
I don't
I just
think
would want to see
it-
more of that chaos.
you-
That's my
Mhm.
problem. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's,
well, when you see the freaking blackout, you're fucking seeing it, and that was the
Yeah.
whole point of that. Like it's
You can't. It was a.
which
it
I thought was a little ridiculous, though. The blackout, like, it's like everyone
Yeah.
just lost their goddamn mind. It turns
Kingpin
into
doesn't
the
care
purge.
anymore. He just doesn't give a shit anymore. He wants to fucking
I
take
think
over everything.
if New York City had a fucking blackout like that, like cameras weren't work, like there's no internet, nothing working. I
Yeah.
bet you that shit would actually happen because people are psychotic and they don't know how to function as it is.
Well,
with
anytime there's a
electricity.
blackout in like a big city, I think there's looting if it goes
But,
on for a
like,
while.
Yeah, and then for that long, all night long, until the sun starts to rise when there's more light. It happens right when it gets dark. Everyone's already scared. Everyone's already freaked out. They're putting the message out that there's bad things already happening. If you're saying, hey, there's horrible people out here, there's killers, there's horrific people, you're now scared. You're now feeding on fear that's never didn't exist before. So you're
It's
now
gonna-
feeding people things.
It's gonna be good. I can't wait.
I'm
So
excited.
so it won
Yeah,
you
I think
back
it's gonna
at
be
the
good.
end. Good. I'm glad we're all on board except for Adam, who hates it, and possibly blind people.
I'm bored. I'm not on board. I'm bored.
Well, you got to, Adam, you need to watch it to at least how far did you watch? Like, did you just really get
Watch the
one or
first
two
episode.
episodes?
I watched the first couple, I think.
Did you get to the point where his girlfriend gets attacked?
I don't think so. Yeah, I mean,
when the
it's-
news comes for his girlfriend, it's
Did the redhead get kicked off in the first episode?
She comes back at the very end because the original
Very end.
showrunners were never even
Yeah.
going to mention her. Foggy was already going to be dead. They were never going to tell you how. They were never even going to reference Karen existed. That's why there's all
Wow.
those new people at that new law firm. And, by the way, I'm like, next season, just kill all of them off and bring Foggy, say he faked his death, bring Karen back. So that whole first episode with them in the beginning, that was just like to get the fans of the show back on board because
It was so messy, just the narration, and it's just bizarre.
well, it's
Yeah.
Even
crazy
that
for her
new
to show up and
girlfriend.
just leave. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That doesn't
Yeah.
make any
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah,
No.
she's pretty terrible too.
I hate that new girlfriend. That new
Yeah.
girlfriend she annoys the fuck out of me.
Oh
and
my
just
God,
seems-
yes.
She's
Yeah.
so forced. too.
Daredevil didn't save me. I saved me. No
So
business.
she said that. I
Daredevil
was like,
saved you because you're going to
ew,
be fucking
girl,
dead.
please. Girl, fix yourself. Like,
'Cause they
she's
didn't-
just,
Yeah.
her character is, there's no dynamic really to her either. Like, this is
Yeah.
her, this is what she is, this is what she believes, and that's it. And you're like, I don't even want to continue watching her. Even
Yeah.
she's now teamed up with Kingpin, but you're like, I already know how she thinks. I already know what she's going to do. She's a one-tracked character. I don't even know how he was even
She won't
interested in her
last.
in the first place.
Daredevil has had like literally he had Rosario Dawson.
Dawson. I don't know who
Uh,
Rosario Johnson is. but-
Whatever.
Love
he had
Rosario
her. He
Dawson.
had Karen. He had Elektra.
She-Hulk.
She-Hulk.
He never brings up having sex with that giant green lady. I feel like that's all I would talk about.
Yeah, Heather's nothing to him. Like, ew, bye, girl. Bye,
Um,
therapist lady.
Do you guys want to hear what Gil thought of it? He sent us a video from Japan.
Yes.
No.
Oh, please, yes.
What the fuck was that, Crystal?
He's not
All right.
here.
Let's play Gil's thing.
Tony,
Oh.
I'm here in Tokyo, but could not stomach the idea of missing the live stream. But also, I can't find a great place to record. I have to keep my voice down and keep an eye out for anybody coming into this room to use the microwave. So I'm going to keep this brief. Thoughts on Daredevil Born Again. I'll focus in on the last couple of episodes because we already talked about the bulk of the season. Very uneven. I do think I was a little hard on it. The lows were low, but some of the highs were high, and I still love the character. But last couple of episodes, thought the lead up to the finale, second to last episode, worked pretty well. A lot of tension with Matt finding out what really happened with Foggy, trying to convince his girlfriend that Kingpin is not a man to be trusted. Why it's so hard to convince her, I'm not sure, but there was a lot of tension there. Would have been more tension, and it would have been more effective if he had any chemistry whatsoever with his girlfriend, but too late in the season for that, so I'll take what we can get. Loved Commissioner Phil, kind of representing the good in the midst of all this corruption. Gave me a small taste of the whole Ray Nadeem story arc from season 3, and it's pretty obvious things aren't going to go well for him, but they take it so far in one of the most, probably the most violent moment in all of the MCU. So that made it extra effective and does a great job setting up Kingpin as someone not to be trifled with next season. One of the many reasons I'm looking forward to season 2. First and foremost, I assume they're not going to stop and retool the whole season halfway through, and they can, really do it right this time. Going back to the finale, it was great to have Karen back, a character that he has some history and chemistry with. And it's a messy history because he really needed her probably after losing Foggy. I say probably because we don't know because we skipped a year, but I forgive it because it was part of the reshoots and the current showrunners didn't really have a choice over that. But they have a messy history. And I thought they handled that mostly well in the finale. But like the rest of the season, uneven because yes, there were some highs, but on the other hand, I thought a lot of the dialogue between them was trying really hard to be super dramatic. Sometimes it crossed that territory into cheesy. Like that one moment where she was like, "Matt, do you remember what you told me it is you see? Yes, a world on fire." Something like that. And it's trying to be super meaningful, but mostly to me just came off as cheesy. Loved seeing Punisher again. A lot of great action, a lot of that great brutality, but again, uneven. I hated that his plan to take down dozens of cops was to just walk through the front door. And yeah, he punches a bunch of people, and that was awesome, but he also ends up in a cage at the end of the season. To me, Punisher's at his best when, yes, he's angry, but he's still smart and strategic. I think that's part of what makes him such a great vigilante, anti-hero. And you just have to ask yourself, if this is the kind of thing he does, how is it possible he's still out there and active after all this time? But like I said, I mostly enjoyed it. It just was uneven. Quick shout out. We didn't really talk about Michael Gandolfini, but I thought he was great this season. He's got this like plucky go-getter attitude, but he's going and getting terrible things. He can smile with this sinister edge, and I'm just curious to see where they take that character. But I find him very compelling. So I think I'll stop there. Looking forward to the next season. This one was uneven, but I did enjoy a lot of it. And, it's important to point that out because the MCU is struggling. And this is something a little bit different. So, yeah, back to you, Tony.
Thanks, Gil. All right, we're back. What the fuck? Where did you get a hat?
I had enough time. I had enough time to go find one.
I love that he said you'd be quick, and then it was 3 minutes.
7 hours later. Can I do full screen for a second, Tony?
Yeah, hold on.
Can you enhance? So I want to talk about real cinema. Chicken Jockey.
That's right, Adam. Get out of here, woke or Marvel and
Woke devil
trash. Yeah, that's what I call. I call him woke devil, and I call the Punisher the wokisher.
DEI devil or something.
That makes a lot more sense. Now let's talk about real art.
This is
Minecraft movie.
Flint and Steel, baby.
Yeah.
Woo!
The Minecraft movie, based off the hit video. Oh, Crystal's just gone. Based off the hit video game Minecraft. It tells the story of Steve, who enters a mine and finds a magic cube, and he goes to Minecraft world where he can make blocks, and those are cool. And he meets a dog, and the dog's his best friend. But then some pigs get angry, and also they're zombies, I think.
Oh, Tony, I didn't know you were in this movie, too.
Oh, God.
So then the pigs come, and they're angry, and they're zombies, I think. And they have to, a bunch of people get sucked in, and they go on an adventure to get the cube and stop the Minecraft. Jack Black, this lady from Orange is the New Black, and Jason Momoa are surprisingly entertaining in it. These two kids can't act to save their life. I didn't realize the girl was from Wednesday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was
And the
like,
girl's
no,
also
She
known.
plays Wednesday.
no,
Z's
she
friend.
doesn't. That's
You didn't let me finish. You didn't let me finish.
no, because I was watching the movie and I'm like, that girl's pretty. Do I know her from anything? I'm like, oh, Wednesday. I'm like, I thought she was like a 10-year-old in Wednesday. Jesus Christ.
She's
but yeah,
She looks like she's 10 here.
nah, she looks older here.
No, she looks young as shit. I was like, how does she have a job? I was actually confused that she had a job. And
Well,
she could,
she's
like, live in a
early.
house.
She looks early 20s as opposed to Wednesday, where she looked like
Yeah.
13.
Cap. Can you get
Um,
rid of Crystal and then bring her back so that I'm up a frame? Because I don't like being like, I don't like this dead space. There we go.
100%.
Thank you, Tony.
You know what? You know what?
Thank
For you, Adam, for your big return.
Get rid of Logan. Yeah, get rid of.
Oh wait. Oh, it only makes
You are the king, Tony. You are the king. Yes.
I was gonna let
There
you
we
be
go.
at the top, but it
I
literally
know.
won't let you be at the top.
I know. I appreciate
Um,
that.
Yeah, this
Oh my
little
god,
boy.
she's back. She's just
Yeah.
there now.
This little boy can't act to save his life. Also, during the plot line, this villager, I guess they're called, meets Jennifer Coolidge, and I would have rather just seen a whole movie about that. Now, look, I don't know much about Minecraft, but I got very lucky because I sat next to Logan at the wrestling event who brought his son, who apparently loves Minecraft. And I said, hey, tell me a little bit about Minecraft. For the next 2 days, he told me a lot about Minecraft. He was playing the game for me and everything.
First we mine, then we craft.
Minecraft.
Minecraft. The Nether. I know all the memes, Tony. I got them all.
I'm glad you know all the memes.
Yes.
So I went in with very limited knowledge. I mean, I know a little bit about Minecraft. I've seen people play it. I'm more of a Roblox guy myself. Okay.
We
So I
know why
went
you're Roblox guy, Tony.
Yeah, I went into this. What I don't know.
Who gets it?
Someone let me know what that means. Should I have not said I was a
you think
Roblox?
the 10-year-old looks hot from Wednesday. That's what that
Oh
means.
no! Wait,
Yeah, yeah.
is Roblox? I haven't played Roblox since 2017. Has any controversy happened with it?
Nice try, Diddy. There's just
Oh,
a lot
no.
of
No, I'm
there's a
being
lot of-
legit right now.
It's pretty bad. If you like, it's
Fuck.
pretty bad.
What's another game like Minecraft? Can I redo that joke? I didn't know about
Fortnite. There's just a
Fortnite.
lot of like,
I'm more of a Fortnite
there's a lot of
guy.
There
like
you go.
sketchy adults that prey on kids and
Wait,
Roblox.
that's okay. So I
Yeah.
used to play Roblox as a joke.
I'm sure you
Because
did.
they would always remake games in Roblox. So like when PUBG was really big, I would always stream that I was playing PUBG and make it the thumbnail, and then people would click on, and I'd be playing the Roblox version, and I wouldn't break character, and they're like, "What the fuck is this?" I'm like, "I know, I thought the graphics would be better. This game doesn't look that good." So I did that for like several months, and I haven't played Roblox since. So I'm gonna have to do some Google searches after this to figure out what happened.
I
Anyway,
wouldn't.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I didn't really care going in. I thought it was going to be cringe. The trailer was bad.
Mhm.
Although I did find out it was the director of Napoleon Dynamite. I'm like, okay,
Yep. Yep.
maybe it'll
And
at least be-
Gentleman's Bronco.
yes, and Nacho Libre.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, yeah. Nacho Libre, yeah.
Oh!
So I'm like, all right, let me give this a shot. The funny thing was before this, literally the night before, I went to see Rocky Horror live. Which I've seen many, many times. Now, granted, it was at the drive-in, so we were in the car. I didn't hear the crowd participating unless I left the car to go to the concessions.
Why
But it was
didn't you
fun.
participate?
I have before. It's just at the drive-in, it was cold, so we were all in the cars. So I
What a
wasn't
pussy.
outside. Sorry. So I would, but when I would left to go to the concession, I would hear everyone joining in, and that's something I've experienced many, many times. So I was seeing adults do it. And then the next day, I go to the Minecraft movie by myself, which I
Yeah.
probably shouldn't have done now that I know about this Roblox thing. And I just said I was a fan of it. I
Wait,
go by
please Tell
myself.
me you were the only grown adult by yourself, surrounded by children.
Well, you know, I didn't see a good look at the theater because I was supposed to go to my seat, the assigned seating. And look, I'm not being I'm not fat shaming here, but for some reason, whenever anyone steals my seat in the assigned seating, it's always a morbidly obese family. I don't know why it keeps happening. Literally, no, I'm like, this isn't even a joke. Johanna
Yeah.
was there for one of the times we went to see Godzilla and Kong, and they don't understand the assigned seating. I don't know how they got in the theater because it's all assigned seating, and they took up like all our seats. They're like, "What are you doing?" So I didn't even bother. I'm like, I'm not even gonna. I don't give a shit. I'll just sit right next to the screen. So I'm by myself right next to the screen. But yeah, it was a cool, surreal experience because all the kids were joining in on the jokes and shouting all the things they were supposed to say. I'm like, wow, 2 movies separated by like, I don't know, 50 years, with 2 very different audiences doing the same thing back to back. It was kind of a cool experience.
It's cool. It's cool. It's cool if you get the good version of that and not like the kids trashing it and like the adults trashing
pulling
it.
out a damn chicken.
Yeah, this was middle of the day Sunday, and it was like kids with parents, so it wasn't going to get too wild.
Yeah, it wasn't like the TikTok cringe crew that all suited up and came out to do their memes.
I think that was week 1. I think that had been phased out by the time I got there. But no, I wasn't expecting like all these little kids to actually be shouting at the screen and participating. And I'm like, again, Rocky Horror and that back to back. I'm like, this is a weird experience. The movie itself, I don't care. It was okay. There was a lot of stuff that was going over my head, but I'm like, it was not very accessible to people who don't play the game.
Yeah.
Like every time something weird like the chicken jockey, I'm like, I'm guessing that's from the game, and I don't get it.
It's not from the game.
Well, there is a chicken jockey in the game.
It's
right?
it's like a meme thing. I don't think it's actually like in the game. Like, there's no chicken jockey character as far as I know. I've played a bunch of Minecraft because my son is like obsessed with it, or he was. I'm not very good at it. I'm really like into making everything look perfect. So I waste like 3 hours on one little stupid pillar of a house. It's like, what the fuck am I doing with my life right now? I'm like, hey, look what I did over here, kids. My son's got like this like palace built, and yeah, I'm done. I'm out.
It's a rare thing in Minecraft.
All the things that people were yelling, like I am Steve, and first we mine and we craft. These aren't like quotes from the game. They became like cringe memes online that they just ran with.
Well, it seems like, because I assume a lot of these kids are seeing it for the first time. I'm assuming they saw the memes on TikTok and now they want to participate.
Exactly.
I knew when to film when Chicken Jockey was coming because I wanted to hear the audience reaction because I saw that meme so much. Now, Logan, what did you think of Minecraft? How did the kid like it? Because he told me it was going to be the greatest movie ever made. Did it live up to his expectations?
Okay, my son is 6. Just some backstory, and he loves Minecraft, loves it. Yes, he was trying to show Tony how to play Minecraft at the wrestling event. But no, he loved it. He thought it was great, and this is one of those movies. I want to say, I know this sounds like an old person. I always say that. Well, that's stupid to say that, but I think this is just one of those movies that's just not for me. It's not for me. And the people that it's for, which is the true fan base, really appreciate how far they go into the mechanics of Minecraft. And like to the point where like I was looking up things about it, and then when I looked up stuff like on YouTube, and I would ask my son, I was like, "Well, what's that?" He said, "Oh yeah, because I would see in order to get your cart to automatically move, you have to put these
the redstone,
or you could put the lanterns or whatever, like and stuff like not lanterns, but you know what I mean, the little torches,
switches, and
And it's funny because then like it is true, like apparently the redstone only goes so far. If you don't lay enough, it'll run out of momentum. So when he goes to his creeper farm and he runs out of momentum because they weren't set far enough apart, I'm like, well, that is like literally, they really do care about the game and put this shit from the game in the movie.
Literally, I'm surprised the plot wasn't they got sucked into the video game, because they're not trying to make you think that this is a believable world that resembles the game. Like, no, you're literally in the Minecraft game. You're in it. So you got to follow the rules.
This movie is Super Mario Brothers if they actually cared about the concept of Super Mario Brothers back in the 90s.
Right.
Like, literally, that's what this movie is. And I don't care for it personally, but I understand why people like it, because it is true to the game And then also the one thing, that's the last thing I was saying, but I didn't like, so did you know the whole thing about the pig wearing the crown?
The dead,
I didn't know that.
Online influencer
Yeah,
gamer.
I didn't know that. And when I saw that and they said it was a legend, I'm like, holy
Yeah.
shit, that's going to bring a tear to my eyes. That's
That was actually really
fucking
nice.
cool.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah. And it like,
I didn't know about that.
and they're actual sets. I thought it was all CGI. No, they actually built freaking sets for the movie. I was
That's
like,
cool.
Some of the interior where like they're in the house, the mushroom house.
when they're when the trees, when they're like when it's just the two girls together.
Yeah.
What's called that's all sets. And they're walking back and forth. They're talking back and forth, and like, because they're going to try to find the map. That's all real sets. That's
right.
not
When the two
CGI.
girls were together. All right. So here's a confession. After that big attack in the village, I kind of fell asleep. And when I woke up, they were like nearing the end of the mine experience. I got home really late after Rocky Horror because it was at the drive-in, which is like an hour and a half away. So I got home at like 3 a.m. And I was like in the theater. I didn't realize I woke up and suddenly they're in a mine cart fighting people in a mine. I'm like, uh-oh, I hope I can figure out what's going on.
I hope I could piece together the intricate plot.
I hope I can piece together what's happening. Spoiler, it was pretty easy to piece together what was happening. The specifics of everything. Were
Adam,
complicated.
what did your son think about it? I'm sorry, I meant to ask that.
My kids loved it. I thought it was fun. We had a great time with the movie. We didn't have anybody yelling anything, unfortunately, because we saw it like early on the first day it came out. So we were ahead of the game. We were the only ones yelling chicken jockey to no one. No, we didn't yell. But no, we had a fun time. As someone that has played the game, but not like hardcore into it or anything, I did appreciate all the references. But I also am like, out of all the movie kind of genres, family kid movies, I'm super lenient on when it comes to reviewing, because it's like, what the fuck? These don't need to be high art. They just need to be entertaining for kids and for families. And I think young and old can at least get through the movie and have a good time. They're kind of like Despicable Me. The first couple are actually pretty damn good and clever. The later ones are just awful. But Minecraft is in its early stages of Despicable Me. It's not so insulting, and it's having fun, and it is paying respects to some of the people that have made the game and were involved with it. So yeah, not bad all around.
So Adam, you would say that you left a Minecraft movie with a dumb smile on your face, and that this movie might not work a lot for critics, but families will love it. Is that what you're saying?
Are these Rotten Tomato pull quotes? Is that what
I
you're
don't know
doing?
what you're talking about, Adam. I don't know what you.
Logan, I'm much like I believe Tony's Rotten Tomatoes certified. I can't remember. Are you Rotten Tomatoes
No,
certified?
I'm not.
Oh.
I'm actually not. I've never tried to be, though.
Yeah, that's okay. Well, I don't know if I tried. I think I was nominated. It doesn't matter. But yeah,
I'm not even on Rotten. I maybe had a Rotten Tomatoes account in like 2007. I haven't done anything with Rotten Tomatoes in forever.
You know, to be Rotten Tomatoes certified, Logan, just a little information. Tony knows this. You have to have guts in this industry, and calling movies out when call a spade a spade. Nosferatu was artsy up its own ass bullshit, so it got a Rotten Tomato. Godzilla minus fun. Well, we already know that story. We don't need to go into it. And Rotten Tomatoes respects that. All right, that's moxie, bravery.
You know what? As soon as I get certified, I'm going to go into Havoc, and I'm going to give it. Don't
let the haters fool you.
Exactly.
This is a modern classic.
I'm going to
Havoc
get
is a hell of a good
write me up
time.
something really nice. Okay.
Hardy has done it again.
I do want to call out the people our age. Crystal, don't you fucking say anything. The people our age who are shitting on like kids for enjoying this. I'm like, motherfuckers, we dragged our parents to, okay, maybe Adam, he's older than us. We dragged our parents to the Power Rangers movie and the Pokemon movie. Like, I'm like, yeah, every generation of kids likes a really stupid thing that adults won't get. I'm like, how do you not have enough awareness that you did that?
I didn't know they were taking the old homes over to the movie theaters, Tony. That's so nice.
The first
they pick us all up on a bus. We get to eat at Country Cafe. I mean, it's great.
But yeah, people were being real assholes about it. I'm like, oh, come on. The Pokemon movie is like animals saying their name over and over again.
That movie, the Pokemon movie's not even good. I'm sorry.
No,
I was
it's
a big
awful.
Pokemon fan.
I'm sorry.
You two waxing poetic for like 45 minutes, circle jerking? No.
I enjoyed this more than Detective Pikachu.
Yeah, Detective Pikachu's bullshit.
Yeah, that fucking sucked. I
no.
wasn't even in the review for that when we did rental reviews. But I had to go to the theater and watch it, and I was like, I was on my phone half the time. This movie fucking great.
Come on, fuck. What are the kids into? Ryan Reynolds, Pikachu. Wait a second, we combine them. This is the movie.
I will say it's been a minute until we've had like cartoon movies or movies that are literally just for kids that don't really tell a big message. You know what I mean? I feel like for the longest time, like we've been used to watching Pixar's that every movie is sweet and kind and there's a message behind it, but there's also like a tragic story. This is like the first movie that's really just for kids.
Yeah.
And it's okay.
The Minions, those kind of a lot of the stuff by Illumination is
what's the dog movie? I took my son to see the dog one.
Secret Life of Pets.
No, was it Dog Cop, right?
Dog Cop, yeah. That movie is
Dogman?
Is it Dogman? Yeah.
It's Dogman.
That is just a kid's movie. Like I watched it and I was like, oh, I really have no interest in this. And this is not a Pixar movie. This is really just dumb.
Was it bad? I actually didn't see that one.
I slept through it pretty
much. My son loves the Captain Underpants comics, and that movie was actually fine. But it's the same kind. It's like a spin-off of that.
Yeah, this
Dogman. Dogman wasn't even good in graphic novel form. It was bad.
The movie, it's like they try to make you care, and there's some sort of a storyline, and Pete Davis is in it for God knows why. And I don't know, it's just like, and then when you get to that part, there's like one little sweet little clip, and you're like, yeah, but everything else you're doing around this is awful. And but like I said, it's just good for kids to watch, and that's fine. I just feel like this is one of those kind of movies, and like I said, it's not for the fucking critics, it's for the kids and the people that grew up playing Minecraft, because if you did do that, this movie gives you everything you wanted, which I think at the end of the day, they did their job and they should be rewarded for that.
By the way,
that's what the new Mario did too. I think it got pretty bashed by critics. I enjoyed it. It was nonsensical, but it was fun.
Yeah.
That was my first live.
Other than Chris Pratt doing a hate crime, pretending to be an Italian, which
the pasta face was a bit much. I agree.
Which I was very, very vocal about. Other than that movie was fine.
Crystal hasn't talked in a straight hour. Crystal,
she didn't see Minecraft.
Well, she can still have a thought. I mean, come on.
Did you play it, Crystal, at all? Like
Did
once
you
or
play
twice?
Minecraft?
Were you a Roblox stan?
When it came out, you weren't an adult, Crystal. When it came out, you weren't an adult.
I was an adult when I came out of the womb.
What do you mean? It came out. When did Minecraft come out? We were all adults.
Minecraft is like 12. Isn't it like 12
No, we
years
were
old?
18. No, we were like 18.
2009.
2009. 2009. Yeah, no, that's college.
I was 19. Yeah,
it's like 15
college
years ago.
That's what college students played was Minecraft.
Oh no,
I wasn't playing that.
I was playing school, trying to work, trying to go to a torn party.
Oh my God.
Like,
I was working. I was paying the bills.
I was gonna say,
I was an adult. I am now more of a child now than I ever have.
If I was playing anything, it was probably like Arkham Knight or something. However, speaking of kids films, I don't know, Adam, maybe you saw this one. It was very, very limited. A few months ago, they came out with a movie called Night of the Zoopocalypse.
I don't even know what that is.
It was very limited release. David Harbour's a voice, but the funny thing, Crystal, this is a kids animated film based off an unpublished story by Clive Barker, famous horror author. Clive Barker, who did like Hellraiser and shit. Apparently, he made an unpublished story called Zombies. There's already a movie called Zombies. And some studio was like, yes, let's water whatever this is down. Clive Barker and children. That goes together.
I'm obsessed.
The movie came out. I heard about it. It was not screening anywhere near me within an hour. But I want to check it out to see if it's any good, because I'm just like, what a weird fucking thing to exist.
You know what I did see, and I didn't even bother reviewing it or putting out anything, was the Looney Tunes Night of the whatever.
I was telling Chris that it was good.
Yeah, it got a lot of rave reviews. I didn't like it. I watched it with Lindsay. The kids checked out after like 20 minutes. It seriously was really funny and solid for about a half hour, and then the plot kicks in and it just falls apart. I'm like, God, this is not good.
I heard people were praising it because of the 2D animation, but but it also has to be like funny and
right. Well,
what was it?
The Looney Tunes movie. Remember I told you there's a new Looney Tunes movie that came out, like a 2D one?
I was pumped for it. I thought it looked look great. It just falls apart. The
Well,
plot's
we're
not
getting
good.
the,
It's stupid.
acting one.
We need.
Yeah, I'm hopeful that it'll be good, but
Well, because that did well, that's why we get to
Yeah.
get that. So that's kind of cool that like,
yeah.
that something that was going to be shelved and never seen is we're actually going to get. So
I actually
that's
don't
kinda
think
fun.
it did do well. I thought
No,
it under
Oh, I
it did
thought it
pretty
did.
bad.
Oh, my bad.
But the
No, it's just that-
distributor didn't have to make the movie. They just bought the movie. So maybe it did
Yeah,
well
yep.
enough for them since they didn't pump money into the
It's
production.
like Ketchup and Mustard Studios or something.
Yeah.
It's like this really rinky-dink little studio that
Yeah.
bought the rights.
At least they're trying.
Yeah, I would love to see more 2D animation from Disney out of all of them. Like,
Yeah.
That would be
I did
awesome.
hear some rumor that they were talking about opening up a studio and getting back to the
Hopefully.
roots. So
The,
yeah,
That'd be really cool.
that would be great.
The next kids film I have to see, I don't have a choice, is Lilo and Stitch.
I'm
Oh,
excited
yeah.
for that one.
No.
Yeah, I'm a little
No.
upset. I don't like the fact that the two aliens are dressed in drag.
Oh
It
yeah,
bothers me
was
that
weird.
they're real people. I think like that's kind
The
of
funny thing is, I don't think I've seen Lilo and Stitch, the original, all the way through once. I probably
Oh,
seen
really?
the
Oh,
whole
it's
movie.
great. It's great.
No, the twins
Wait.
love Lilo and Stitch,
It's
and
such a good
they found out about a new movie, and they are like, new one. That's what they
Yeah.
always say when they watch a remake of a 2D one. They go, new one. So
so
yeah, I'll be back for Lilo and Stitch, and then
Yeah.
I hope to God they don't do another straight to Netflix Woody Woodpecker, because then that'll be 3 kids films I'll review this year. But yes, that is it for Minecraft. I thought it was okay. It's not for me. It's not absolutely terrible. It's not as cringe as I thought it would be. But you're
Well,
not
it's like
gonna-
self-referential cringe, right?
Yeah.
No, I mean it's in on its own joke. It's silly. It's having a good time.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
Jack Black being Jack Black, really.
Exactly.
To be honest.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
like he's
yeah.
double downing on his persona through the entire film. And
He's
it's
had
kinda,
a great run, man. Like
Well,
has
yeah, he
had
needed to
every
win after
decade.
that controversy last year in that stupid Santa movie. He needed a
No. He had the freaking
Wait,
Billboard
the-
chart topper with Bowser's song Peaches.
But
and
after
now
that,
he's-
he
Wait,
got
are you
into
talking about
controversy.
the
Yeah.
Satan one that was Santa?
Yeah.
yeah, that was
I
awful.
enjoyed that.
Oh,
I
Oh,
literally
God.
watched it
That
on
is-
Christmas, and I was so tired. I was delirious, and I watched it, and I was like, "This is the dumbest thing ever," and I'm having fun.
if
that
I'm
is
gonna
the
watch
most
movie-
Jack Black movie. Like
It
if I'm
is
gonna-
a
him
1,000
being
Jack
obsessed with
Black.
the devil and heavy metal, and then he actually gets to play a demon devil.
It was so bad.
look.
I loved it.
If I'm gonna watch a movie about Santa Claus being the devil, I'm watching Santa's Sleigh starring Bill Goldberg.
And Chris
but-
Kattan.
And Chris Kattan.
Ooh.
Just
But I
one
do
more
have-
note. Just one more note.
Yeah.
Steve's Lava Chicken song is also it's cracked the top 100 Billboard chart.
I saw
and
that. It's like the-
10
the
seconds
short-
long or something.
Yeah, it's the shortest song ever to crack
Yeah.
the Billboard.
He's
And
killing it.
that was one meme I didn't have a heads up on. So he starts singing, and then I just hear little kids going la 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 la, la. And I'm like, what the?
That's cute.
But yeah, I mean, by the way, Jack Black owes me an apology because I reviewed 2 of his movies, Tenacious D and Saving Silverman, and those reviews were horrible flops.
I'm
Mhm.
surprised Tenacious D flopped. It's such a
Well,
good movie.
the Tenacious D aired right during all the Tenacious D controversy, and then I guess everyone forgot about Saving Silverman because that movie's great.
Well,
I-
you
Anyway.
think it would
that's a
do
good
well.
movie. I like that movie.
It is good. It is good.
Yeah.
But yes, that is it for the review segment. Get your super chats in. We got two patrons here. I don't know. Luna Raven.
Gentlemen, first we mine, then we craft.
Yes.
Let's
Whoa!
Minecraft. Yeah. So, hi guys.
Hi.
Hello.
Can you tell which of the movies that I saw that we reviewed today?
I think you saw Havoc starring Tom Hardy. Now, what did you think about the CGI?
I'm getting the
Oh, I
Sinners
loved
vibe.
Havoc's
I was gonna
CGI
say
nonsense.
it's definitely Sinners.
No, what did you think of Minecraft?
Well, actually, Crystal. Now that you mentioned Sinners, I actually might want to go see that tomorrow instead of
It's
the
so good.
Minecraft movie Block Party edition.
Yes.
You know
Please
what?
don't
I think I
confirm to
will
me
go
a
see the
thing.
Block
What?
Party. I'll be
That's
awake
a
for the
thing.
mines.
Hey, that's a real thing
It's a
that
real
they're
thing.
doing. But okay, let me get to my thoughts about the actual Minecraft movie. I thought it was fine. I mean, I certainly did grow up playing Minecraft, but I don't look that young to be honest. But I played a lot of it while I was still in high school, believe it or
Mhm.
not. So I was like maybe a teenager when I was really playing Minecraft. And I thought this movie was okay.
Mm.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought the kids were fairly like I thought they were just fulfilling their purpose as primary protagonist and main story esque type thing. Danielle
Jason
Brooks.
Momoa was fun, right?
What did you think
Oh,
about Jason Momoa?
I was going to
Yeah, he
say
did pretty good
like
job.
Danielle Brooks. I believe the actress's name
Yeah.
is. I have the reference sheet right here.
He's prepared.
Yeah, I
Crystal
came
wasn't
a little
to talk
prepared.
about Minecraft.
Yeah, so I thought her character was pretty entertaining. Like she has like 15 different jobs to hold down, according to what she said. And one of them being the petting zoo operation. That was your hint that she
That was
going
kind
to
of
be
fun. That was kind of fun. She
primary-
had like a llama in the backseat. Her
That was
character,
fun when I saw that.
yeah, her character really served no purpose, but like she was pretty funny. So I'm like, yeah, fuck it, throw her in the movie. She was a good
Yeah.
time.
That was a
No,
pretty
Jennifer
entertaining
Coolidge
character.
served no purpose in this movie.
No,
Oh,
it was to
Jennifer
set up the
Coolidge's
villager.
side plot with
Yeah.
the Nitwit villager.
Yeah.
The villager has a name. It is called Nitwit, and for those that have never played the game before, they are described as the most useless villager.
Mhm.
By the
Villagers-
way, voiced at the end by Matt Berry, and I'm like, oh, I will watch a sequel if it's Matt Berry doing the voice. I can listen to his voice all day long.
If they keep that villager for the sequel and they keep him voiced by Matt Berry, I
Yeah.
will be all for it.
Yes.
All right. That caught me so off guard when I first heard it. I'm like, the villager is speaking full English now. I'm like, what?
Laszlo from What We Do in the
Yeah.
Shadows, for anyone who's not familiar. He talks
Yeah.
like this. I'm like, perfect.
It was wild.
Yeah.
Wild
Was your theater going crazy, or were they
So
calm?
here's the thing. I saw it twice. The first
Okay.
time I saw it in my local theater, it was like mildly empty-ish. It wasn't totally packed. It was like a local theater, so there were a few people there. Some brought their kids, some were a couple teenagers.
Yeah.
So it was mainly fine. I tried to get into my critic's mindset there, but it was my first time seeing it, so I couldn't. But then I made the grave mistake of going to see it at a local chain theater.
Oof.
Like chain theater, I mean AMC.
Mm.
I went to see it at an AMC, and my God, it was packed. There were a lot of teenagers, a lot of parents with their
Ah.
little kids. Everyone yelled "chicken jockey."
Chicken jockey!
Chicken jockey.
Chicken jockey.
Crystal, do it.
She might be dead.
No, Crystal, no.
Get inside.
Fuck you. Hold on. Crystal, I want a chicken jockey right now. Go.
No.
Just
Chicken-
any random quote from the movie, please.
Crystal,
Why would I quote a movie I never saw?
Crystal, will you scream chicken jockey if we get a $50 super chat? Will you scream chicken
$50?
jockey?
Do
Yeah,
I get half of it?
we'll talk.
What do I get from this? What do I get?
Well, here, let me try some.
Wait,
Crystal,
Tony
don't do
gets
it.
$50
Yeah,
for me
actually,
don't
doing
do it.
something?
No, Crystal, we don't want you to say chicken jockey. How about
Mhm.
that? We think it's lame.
I do too. Thanks.
Fuck. Didn't work,
Damn.
Logan. Didn't
Damn.
work.
Okay.
So your theater really loved it. You really loved it.
Yeah, it's the theaters both theaters I went to loved it. I enjoyed it. It was so much fun in this time, in these trying times right now. So a little bit of turn your brain off fun was definitely needed. Jack Black and Jason Momoa really kind of stole the show.
Mhm.
Especially with that primary gliding sequence with the Elytra wingsuit. That was the most fun I had at the
I had
movie.
fun with that scene. That scene did look stupid as hell, but I had
Yeah.
kind of fun with it.
It was so dumb, especially when you get to certain jokes during that scene. My God, I cannot believe they made that one joke.
Real quick. Someone did send me. I didn't watch it because that would be highly illegal. But someone did send me the leaked version that was going around with the unfinished effects. That's still in my inbox. I might actually. I didn't want to. I wanted to see the movie proper, but I've actually watched that leaked version because that actually looks fun.
Yeah,
Lunar Raven. What was that?
What? Well, the leak version actually did have a couple of cut content from the theatrical version, like the opening scene with Steve and his dead end job was a bit more extended.
Okay,
Than
well, now
the
I am
theatrical
gonna
cut,
watch it.
So yeah,
I think I got a work print review in the making. But yeah, so let's thank you, Lunar Raven, for stopping by. Come to the brewery again sometime soon.
I'll
let you know
try
when
and
I'm
see
gonna
if
be
I can make it out to one of the brewery events.
I will.
sometime. It's
I'll
kind
be
of
there
fun,
all
but-
weekend for their Star Wars thing. I'm gonna be Brew Baka one of the days. I'm gonna be Darth Malt, and I think I'll be Obi-Wan Kenobi. But yeah, let's get to some of our other pages. Thank you for stopping
All
by,
right.
Lunar Raven. You're the
And-
best.
It's all
I'm
right.
heading
Right.
out to good night, everyone. I have a 21-hour day tomorrow, so I need sleep.
21-hour
Bye-bye.
day watching Minecraft on repeat. Okay, goodbye, Crystal.
No.
Chicken
Can we
jockey.
get it-
Chris, come
can
on.
we get a
chicken
chicken
jockey.
jockey?
Come
Jockey.
on.
Can we get
Be
a chicken
fun.
jockey?
Be
Chicken
fun.
jockey.
Ah,
Oh, motherfucker! Oh, what a bitch!
Yes.
That was really clever. I didn't think she'd do that.
She should have started like shit and then did it, but that's fine. It was still really good. Very well executed.
Okay, up next, Lucha. What the fuck?
There it is.
Why is everyone not prepared?
Hello.
There it is.
Lucha
Hello.
Steve. Lucha Steve.
afraid to admit they like
I
it.
just want you to know that I hate anyone who likes Havoc, and they better be afraid to admit they like Havoc. What did you watch on the list
God.
today, Lucha Steve?
I watched everything.
Nice. Okay, real quick.
I actually watched more than you guys because I watched all of the Bondsman.
Okay, well, you didn't have to. Fun fact: before Adam really confirmed, no one had seen Death of a Unicorn. So I was like, Lucha Steve, I know you saw it because he mentioned it in the last live stream. Like, you're on the third backup, Lucha Steve.
Yeah, I know, and I really hate Adam because of it because I really wanted to be on the show today. So
Sorry.
I'm sorry, Lucha Steve. What did you think of Death of a Unicorn?
Definitely Unicorn I quite liked. I'm trying to think of what to say that you guys didn't say. I'm pretty much on the same boat with all you guys. I
Okay.
thought it was just a really good, funny A24 comedy.
Mm.
I am really happy that we finally have a killer unicorn movie because
A
I don't
proper
even
one,
think-
yes.
I don't even think there's any sci-fi or straight to video killer unicorn movies. Every breed of snake has a killer. There's every breed of snake has a freaking sci-fi movie, but there's been no
Anaconda,
unicorn movie.
boa, python, boa versus python.
King
You're right.
Cobra. I think
There
one.
is a 2018 movie called Killer Unicorn, but it's a slasher wearing a unicorn mask. So that doesn't
Oh,
that doesn't
not quite the
count.
same.
Doesn't count.
and it's you just get a horse and put a prosthetic on it. It's so that was really cool. I love the unicorn designs too. I like
Yeah.
how they made it very clear that one's the dad and one's the mom. They
Mhm.
both have very different designs. I agree with you guys that Will Poulter was the best part of the movie. It's actually really funny. I had basically a Will Poulter marathon because
Okay.
before I saw Death of a Unicorn, I watched Warfare. Which
Nice.
he's,
Oh, I
he's
didn't
in
get a chance
Warfare.
to see that.
Good film.
And then a couple days later, I watched the new season of Black Mirror, and he's
Mm.
back in one of the episodes, playing his
Yep.
character from the Bandersnatch episode. So I just had, and then I think a couple days later, I watched We Are the Millers. So it just, I had a Wolf Filter week.
That's fine. I saw that for the first time
It's
a month
good.
ago. It's pretty
That's a
good.
funny
Yeah.
movie.
It's
Yeah,
good.
Yeah,
It's
it's pretty
good.
good.
Real quick. There's a 2016 movie. Let me know if this counts. Called Carousel, and a unicorn on the carousel comes to life and kills people. Does that count? If it's
That
not an
doesn't count,
organic.
no.
Okay, never mind
Has to
then.
be a real unicorn.
There's a giant transformer called Unicron. I don't know if we can
No,
maybe
that
count
is-
that.
that's
That
just
doesn't
right.
count.
Adam, don't be ridiculous. All right. Okay. So Bondsman. Does Bondsman get good? Does it stay good?
I mean, I guess it stays consistent. It becomes a lot more focused on his family drama, and then just oh yeah, and then by the way, he fights a demon.
Oh, dang.
This is gonna be a deep cut that not every audience is gonna get, but it reminds me of the early 2000 Kamen Rider shows where it
Okay.
focused a lot on the interpersonal drama between the characters, and then in the last 50 seconds he fights a monster, and then like that's all you got.
Okay.
That's all you got most episodes. So it's like it would be like they're 30-minute episodes, so like maybe like
They are
20 minutes
short, which
in.
I like.
Yeah, I do like
Yeah.
the fact that they're short.
If
So
it
like
was a
20
40-minute show, I would have been like, nah, not on the list.
Yeah. So like 20 minutes in, he's like, "Oh yeah, we need to go fight the monster." There's a there's a cool mystery of it. I really liked Beth Grant because she kind of just plays like a lot of like side characters, so it was cool to see her play like a lead in a show finally.
Yeah, I'm not used to her being a lead. That was a nice change.
Yeah.
Okay, Sinners. What did you think of Sinners?
Oh, Sinners! I love Sinners. It's my favorite movie of the year so far.
Okay. Did you have any issues with the end like I did, or you?
No, not at all. I
Okay.
think you're wrong, actually, Tony.
It's disgusting what he said. Honestly, we should apologize on behalf of the panel.
I think it's because it's just like I hot take. I personally do not like the KKK. I'm willing to stand by like that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Three, like the KKK.
Two of us are in agreement with you.
it was a pretty cool action scene. I'm an American, so I like guns. So like I thought it was cool that like, oh my god, he's shooting him down with the bar. Oh, and now he's got the Thompson, and now like he's reloading. He has the box mag now with the. So it's like I thought, oh yeah, hey, we had this really cool vampire movie. Now we can see him kill someone.
It was a well done sequence. I was just like,
Yeah.
all right, the movie's wrapping up. I don't know if we need this part, but it was shot really well. The action was good. I never doubted that.
I probably ruined the moment for people at the very end when because you guys already spoiled it, but like at the very end when like Michael B. Jordan red, because the other one is Michael B. Jordan blue.
Okay.
Like
Mario.
Yeah. His outfit, I know they wanted to establish that this is the 90s. This is the early 90s.
They did.
I could not control my laughter. I gave like an audible laughter, and no one laughed with me, and I got embarrassed.
Okay.
Come
Well,
on, guys.
speaking of laughter, when Haley Steinfeld or whatever is just like, yeah, remember when you stuck your tongue in my coos or whatever? I went, ha! And I was the only one in the theater who did it. I'm like, how am I the only fucking one who laughed at that? That was really funny.
Yeah, my Amex theater was loud, so I sat in the back because I like to sit away from people. There was like I could not hear what the audience thought, so I just assumed that pretty much they laughed at everything I'd laughed at, except obviously at the end.
Yeah.
Tony, I picture you were watching Sinners on your phone, a bootleg copy at Minecraft, and so you're like, ah! And all the other kids are like, what the fuck is this guy watching?
Just making comments about Sinner. Well,
you guys see this shit?
He spits in her mouth. She spits in his mouth.
Mom, he's still here.
One thing I do want to.
You should look at.
I thought of a really funny joke that I cannot say. Anyway, all right, I'll tell you off camera.
One thing I do like is two things that you guys I don't remember if you guys touched on was I like how dirty the movie is. Just like not only in the dialogue, but you're literally seeing sex scenes, and it's like, oh my god, you have to watch like an A24 movie for sex scenes nowadays. But it's like a mainstream big budget movie as like sexy. I was like, that's pretty awesome.
It was okay. I will say this movie reminds me a lot of like Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like that's how when I was watching this, I'm like, oh, this is like because that movie's very spicy and very sexy and very awesome. And I'm like, oh, this is like, you know, I mean, I was getting those same vibes. I'm like, and that's what I love that part. I was like, yeah, I want to see some sex. Come on.
Yeah. Vampire movies should be sexy.
Yeah, exactly. 100%. You can't have vampires and not freaking have like sex. I mean, you just can't.
We've really fallen off and lost the plot in 2024, 2025 when like Disney's getting castrated because they're like, look how brave we are. We have a gay kiss scene in a movie. In the 90s, like Gina Gershon's banging like six women. And it's just par for the course in every movie.
Yeah. I guess it's like,
I'm watching a bunch of mob movies right now, and it's like every one of them, Pesci's like railing some woman in a car. And
movies did get pretty neutered.
Yeah, we failed over the years.
Yeah.
I think it's coming back, thankfully.
Yeah, it's starting to turn.
Okay, let's keep going down the list here because we got two other people after this. Havoc. Did you like it?
Well, Crystal's not here. That was the main thing I was afraid of, was getting yelled at by Crystal. So I don't have to do my deeply closeted Havoc fan joke. So I actually, sorry, quick self promotion. I actually uploaded my review of Havoc. It's my first video on my new channel.
Nice.
So I'm more with Logan, but I also kind of like it a little bit more than Logan did. So I thought it was all right.
I'm more with Logan. Logan's like, yeah, I admit the movie's fucking trash, but hey, it's fun. You know?
I thought the movie was okay. I actually really enjoyed the action scenes. I get your issues with them, but like, I don't know. They like touched like a spot in me.
You know, real quick, I didn't expect this movie to have one fan, and Logan was like, I like it. I definitely didn't expect it to have a second fan who liked it even more.
Tony, there's comments on my video that are disagreeing as well. Like, oh, this is like Sin City meets blah blah blah. Like, you guys all in a group chat somewhere.
This is not Sin City. Oh my
Fucking
god!
To me, it was like we finally have a good Max Payne movie.
Hey, like I said, it felt like Max Payne. I mean, that like the scenes where it's clear that it's CGI, like any scene that's shot at night, that's on a freaking set. And it's like a set that's 12 by 12 and there's just green screen in the background.
There was like a big thing with it where like Tom Hardy like basically refused to do reshoots. So I think maybe like they filmed this during COVID and then they're like, okay, Tom, let's actually shoot this on sets. And he's just like, no.
They're just repurposed cut scenes from Venom 3 that they just threw in. He's playing the same character. Just
I got these Venom movies to worry about. I don't want some weird Netflix action movie.
So he did like 2 Venom movies in the time it took for this to
yeah, and Capone.
Yeah.
And I think he has a show. People were telling me on my review that he has a yes, thank you. Yeah, what is it? Mobland?
Yeah, Mobland.
Okay, I heard from some it's good and others that it's trash, so I don't know.
He also has that kids show he does too, where he reads books to children's.
Wait, what?
What?
You don't know about that?
What?
It's like on the BBC or something like that. Yeah, he like.
I don't.
It's not a real show. It's like a segment in a show, but yeah, it's really cool. He sits in the park and reads a book to kids. Well, he reads it to the screen, but it's for children.
Oh, that sounds like a comedy skit. Like Tom.
No.
Sounds like Between Two Ferns.
Wait, that reminds me of like. In the 90s, they had Christopher Walken reading The Three Little Pigs on some British show. Exit Big One.
George Carlin narrated Thomas the Tank Engine.
Yeah. It's pretty good.
Okay, so Havoc is film of the decade for you. Daredevil Born Again. Did you finish Daredevil Born Again?
Yes, I did.
What did you think? Did it win you back?
I never really lost me. It was like, okay, this is all right. This will just be the worst season of Daredevil. I'm okay with that. I got the show back. It's not awful. And it was cool seeing everybody back. So, but yeah, the last 2 episodes like really like cranked it up for it's like, okay, yeah. If this is the new people, then I am excited for a whole season of this.
Yeah. It is funny how early in the show they're like, I know what Daredevil fans want. Miss Marvel's dad, and we're gonna set up another little girl superhero. And then the last 2 episodes are like, yeah, forget all that shit. We're never gonna address that again.
Yeah, if you watch them back to back, like I said, like what me and Becca did, like you watch the new season and you go back to like 1, you're like, whoa, these are completely different shows.
So
Gil brought up a point, which is funny. He's not here, so I can tell him I agree with him. But yeah, I thought it was cool seeing John Bernthal back, and I just like the Punisher in general. And but it like the Punisher's known for like this guy will like spend like weeks and months like planning attacks and stuff like that. And so his big
one second. Speaking of Gil, hold on.
Character that he had.
We're just gonna leave him on pause. Okay. Yeah, so it's like you're talking to him.
Gil, I agreed with you when you're criticizing the Punisher just kind of showing up and punching some guys. Like the Punisher, like he's like a force recon Marine. He spends like weeks and months like staking places out, and he's like, okay, this is my plan of attack. I'm gonna come in here.
He just walks in,
no extra guns. He just has like a pistol, and it's like you didn't even think to get like I don't know, like just like a shotgun or something.
Well, we also didn't get the Punisher growl.
Yeah.
God.
I was missing that. I did like his little scene at the end though, where he's just where just this guy's like, oh yeah, I'll go stick my head out for the Punisher, and he fucking breaks his hand.
Okay.
I'm excited for apparently there's going to be a Punisher like special, which they've only done like one of those. They did Werewolf by Night, and now they're finally doing another one. And apparently John Bernthal's like in the writing process for that, so it's like okay. That's probably going to be pretty good.
That should work. And then I guess we can get rid of Gil now. And then I guess Minecraft. What did you think of Minecraft?
I feel like I'm taking up so much time, so I'll be quick with Minecraft. I didn't hate it. I kind of like I was actually surprised. I was expecting like a soulless like movie, but like they actually seem to care. And they tried to make like an enjoyable Minecraft movie for kids. I can really respect that. I like Jason Momoa in it. He basically played a Ben Stiller character. But like I'm never gonna watch it again. Like I was on my I actually went like at 10 at night, so there was nobody there. So I was on my phone for most of it. Someone told
Adam,
me
you
Matt
love to be in a theater with Lucius.
I mean, if he's alone, that's fine. If he's alone,
I would never
yeah.
do that if there's like another person in there. But I was in there by myself, so it's like okay, it's like I'm in my house.
Okay, well then one thing before you go. Hold on. You got to give us a chicken jockey.
All right, I'm gonna get a little bit far from my mic so it doesn't blow out people's ears. Chicken jockey.
There it is. There it is.
There it is. All right. Thank you for stopping by. You're the
everybody.
best. All right.
It would have been really funny if you did the crystal thing too, and he hung up on you. Before he said it.
Renan.
Hello. Hey, how's it going?
Good.
Hi.
You're a reenactor. Thank you for clarifying that.
Yes. I have a reenactor coming up this weekend. I just wanted to get in the mood.
Okay. That's good.
Yes.
YouTube loves that. What did you watch on the list?
I saw Sinners and I saw Minecraft.
Okay. What did you think of Sinners real quick? Because this is going on long.
Okay. I really liked it. I went in, kind of like what Crystal said, not knowing really anything about it, and just it was kind of like From Dusk Till Dawn.
Sorry, I'm distracted by the My Little Pony shirt, but it's better than the German officer shirt. So keep going.
I'm sending mixed messages. It's funny that way. But it was kind of like From Dusk Till Dawn the first time seeing it. And it's like, whoa, there's vampires in this movie? What the heck? Because I like the first like 2/3 of it more because I was really kind of invested in the story of these gangsters coming back to town and trying to set up this juke joint and all the characters in the town. And hey, we need this guy to do the music. We need this person to do the cooking. We need these people to be the bouncers and whatnot. And I was kind of really getting invested in that story. And then it kind of derails you in the last third where all of a sudden vampires show up and it's like, what the heck? It was a weird kind of genre shift. But I really enjoyed it. And like I really liked the first like half of the movie more than the second half because I was like really getting invested in the story and the characters. And it was like I didn't expect to go in and like it, but I did. But just not knowing anything about it and whatnot. I just found it like really, really interesting and whatnot. Yeah, and like just going in not knowing anything about it was really, really cool. But because I wasn't really interested in like the blues or the music and all that kind of stuff, but I really like that one scene where they're playing the music and then the camera starts swinging around and you see different people from tribes and all other nations.
Which
and then
again, I'm sure is really great if you don't leave the theater to pee in the middle of it and come back to that scene like I did.
Yeah, Tony left to take a shit during that, so he missed that entire thing.
I didn't miss the entire. I came back and I was confused by the costume.
He's like, the music's still going. Damn.
But yeah, like stuff like that. If the movie did more stuff like that, that'd be really, really cool.
Yeah. Now, sorry.
Yeah.
I was gonna say
then,
now. We keep talking.
Do you want me to? Should I go?
No. Finish your thought. Sorry.
But yeah, like, and then like the flash forward at the end, it was both interesting and then also weird because it's like, why did they have like my brother decided to spare you? He made me this promise. Like, they're vampires. How do they have like rules or whatever when previously they were trying to kill each other at the end of the movie? That doesn't quite make sense. But it's like, he made me promise not to kill you all those years ago. Like, it's neat to see him. He's this famous blues musician like 60 years later. Like that's kind of interesting. But the fact that he made me a promise not to kill you or whatever. I thought that was weird. And
So did I. Thank you.
Yeah,
I mean, I
It- it's just
explained
like-
it, but that's fine. We can ignore
Never mind.
we can ignore the perfect explanation of the beautiful tie the brothers had together and the impact of music in their culture and why it was so important for this guy to carry on. But it's fine. Throw it all out. Throw it all out.
The music was I thought the music was okay, but honestly, could have used a little more cowbell. I don't know.
Now, was Sinners anywhere near as good as the hit film A Minecraft Movie?
I think Sinners was the second best of the three movies I saw in April. The first best one, of course, being Revenge of the Sith, which you for some reason didn't talk about. I don't know why.
I've already reviewed it.
Okay.
Yeah, I've talked about it a lot in the last 25 years or however long it's been.
But yeah, like Minecraft. I guess we're talking about that one now. As part of the movie, I felt like it was fun as like a kind of like a Wizard of Oz meets Jumanji kind of like kid fun adventure kind of film.
Mhm.
Like it felt okay like that. You know what I mean? But there wasn't too much substance to it. But once they got into Minecraft world and they were running around and there's skeletons and zombies and those ghasts or whatever shooting fireballs, then it was kind of fun. But just kind of getting through, okay, here are these characters, and he's got a failing video game store, she's trying to get a petting zoo, and these are kids that are moving there, but they're orphans, but they don't have like any other family members, like they don't have like niece or uncles and aunts or any other family members.
Yeah.
Like that's dumb. Like they don't have aunts and uncles that can support them. I don't get that. But once you're into Minecraft world, then it was kind of fun, you know.
Yeah.
The aunts and uncles didn't want them because they have like no personality. The kids are NPCs. Like, no, fuck these kids.
Yeah, I don't know. They're like from Stranger Things or Kid Ghostbusters, but
Exactly. Yeah.
And I thought it was weird that like Jason Momoa got top billing in the movie, even though it's like Jack Black the movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
Although
the fact that he's not
Momoa
playing a
had
character,
quite a bit.
Yeah.
Like
I didn't
Jason
expect to
Momoa
like
was
Momoa as much as I did. Sorry.
he was at least playing a character. Jack Black is just, look at me, I'm Jack Black being Jack Black.
Yeah.
He wasn't playing a character. It's just I'm Jack Black as Jack Black. Jason Momoa is at least playing a character. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought Jason Momoa was from the game when I saw the trailer because he's dressed like an idiot. And it's like, oh no, he's just like stuck in the past.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for stopping by. We got one more patron to go through here. Well, I hope they only saw one or two movies. But thank you for stopping by, Renan. Valerie, which movie did you see? Oh, god damn you, Valerie. Why are you even
I didn't watch anything.
all right. Since you're a patron, can we get a chicken jockey?
Oh my god, that's brutal.
Well, thank you for being a $10 patron, Valerie. That was great. Everyone watch me and Valerie's review of Killer Body Count on Patreon. Okay, good job. All right.
It's a silent film. I like it.
Silent film. All right, a few super chats, and we are actually before super chats. Adam, what do you got going on?
I have nothing. I'm here. That's what nothing's happening in my
Besides
life.
the Sinners
I'm
thing,
doing a
any other
fucking
reviews
3-hour
coming
live
up?
stream. Well, tomorrow I got the live with one of the actors from Sinners. That'll be fun, talking shop. And then I did see Thunderbolts earlier, Thunderballs with the kids.
Okay.
We enjoyed it. Thought it was good. I'll have a review coming up. But
Nice.
spoiler, it was a fun time. We had a blast. Other than that, I don't really have dick. I'll probably just do Thunderbolts and a Thunderbolts spoiler and whatever garbage it's Amazon or Netflix or HBO or whatever fucking streaming shit.
Yeah, I gotta see what's coming up for May. I know
Sure.
Thunderbolts is definitely on the list, but I gotta see.
G22 will probably be out before you know it.
I will say we are planning on
Tuvok.
doing.
Tuvok. Did you guys see? He did Now You See Me 3. It's happening.
Yeah, now you see me, now you don't.
What is happening? Those are the Fast and the Furious of magician films. They're so dumb.
With that sentence should never be a thing that's ever been said.
It's
the
so
Fast and
bad.
Furious of magician.
Now
film.
you three me. I mean, come on. Should have been Now You See Me, Now You Don't, and then Now You Three Me. Just get it over with.
Logan, what do you got? What do you got coming up on your channel?
If I finish editing Rocky 2 tonight, it'll be out tomorrow.
Ooh.
But I got like another hour I got to edit before I can finish it.
Damn good movie, Rocky.
Yeah.
It is a good
Or
one,
Rocky
it is a
2,
good
I'm
one.
sorry.
That's the thing is my whole thing with doing the Rocky 2 is like everyone always skips over Rocky 2 and is like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, that's the one he wins. I don't want to talk about that.
Yeah.
No. There's a lot to talk about. There's more to this. It's the one he wins. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So, but that comes out tomorrow at
Nice.
5:00.
Well, if I ever return to reviewing Rocky again, I will be skipping 2 because I already did it with mint salad. I've already got it covered.
Nice. Oh, I should I'd be remiss if I didn't say on my Patreon at patreon.com/AdamDoesMovies, I have different tier levels, and I reviewed all 3 of the Godfather movies exclusively on
Nice.
Patreon. So yeah,
Nice.
I'm going through all the mob shit. I got 31 movies to review for the 31 on 31 thing I'm doing. I'm ranking them. It's going to be a whole ordeal, but it's
This is
going
going
to
to be great. It's going to be
It's going
great.
to be great. Yeah.
Well, yes, subscribe to Adam Does Movies and Video Villa Entertainment. Yeah, let's
I'm
burn
going to
through these.
subscribe right now, Logan. Let me get
You
over
better.
there.
You
Please.
better.
Video
if you don't
Villa. Video Villa. Is that 2 words?
Yes, entertainment, just like it is
Okay.
on my little name tag.
I'm sure I can't look at that right now. Video.
Okay, The Flail for $2. I'd rather watch Anne Hathaway diddle. Okay. Morgan Ledger for $20. This just in. Holy shit, no. Vinegar Syndrome is releasing a dirtier cut of Dirty Work. Holy fuck. Said to contain 7 minutes of alternate and extended material, including the infamous donut on cock revenge gag. Norman Bob. Are you guys familiar with Norm Macdonald's Dirty Work?
Yeah,
Oh
of
yeah,
course.
of course.
It's great. It's hilarious, but it was cut down to be PG-13. You're telling me we're finally getting an R-rated or unrated cut of Dirty Work? Holy shit. I am buying that day one. I love that. I've always loved that movie, and I've always wanted to see like what the actual dirtier version would have been.
I'm
big
sorry.
movie.
I'm in my own world interrupting you. Video Villa, you look so different with a hat on. It's insane. Why is
do I
this
really?
hat transforming you so much? It's crazy. All right, sorry. Carry
Well,
on.
thank you, Morgan,
Yeah.
for letting me know that. By the way, that was a $20 super chat. He gave me 2 $20 super chats. Holy shit.
That's
And
really
now
nice.
you can buy it when it comes out.
Yeah,
Can we get
now
a
I
chicken-
can afford it.
Tony, can we get a chicken jockey for that for $40?
One sec. Oh, God, I'm trying to hide him. 1 second. Chicken chucky. I tried. Hold on.
You put your own twist on it.
I
like it.
tried to do Jack Black, but it turned into Frank Costanza a little bit.
You want a piece of me? You got it.
You got it. Morgan Ledger again. Fun fact: Tony Scott wanted Lillian Legend to become a cat, a la Beauty and the Beast. Was too pricey. Friend of mine drew an idea for my vid review. Sent on Instagram. You're welcome to share here. Please credit them. Thanks. All right, I'll take a look at that. Yes, I reviewed. Adam, you remember Legend with Tim Curry, where he's the big red devil and Tom Cruise? You ever see that?
Fucking God, what is happening in my life? Is this a joke? Are you joking with me?
Have you not seen?
Every single live stream for the last 3 months, some jackass, Adam, remember Legend with Tom Cruise and Tim Curry? Like, it's this. I've never seen it. It's directed by Ridley Scott, and I'm sorry, not Ridley Scott. It's directed by
No, it's Ridley Scott.
It is Ridley Scott. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's brought up like every fucking time, and I've not seen the movie, Tony. Okay, I've not seen it.
Well, I brought it up because it was the 40th anniversary. We did the US theatrical cut on my channel, and on Movie Dumpster, we did the proper director's cut, which is the real version. Although I'm getting yelled at in my comments by Americans who have only seen the American version going, fuck the director's cut. So I don't know which version's better. I recommend the director's cut. It's very good. Oh God. Pico Jet Black for $2. Lucha Steve, thoughts on WWE buying AAA? No, we don't have time for that right now. I think we talked about it in WrestleMania. Pico Jack Black for $2. Review Bamboozled and New Jack City. What you call it? I think Manny Muskets wanted me to review Bamboozled. I feel like that's gonna be a problem. Pico Jack Black for $2. Hot take: Tony does not support.
Well, I feel like
Hashtag
if you
hero.
have to clarify that for people. Yeah.
Yeah, don't go around. I don't want people to go around like, hey, so you know Tony is not support the KKK. And
Not
be like,
racist.
Wait,
Not
why
racist.
did we have to clarify that? I
just want to get that out there.
Pico Jet
There's
Black
some
for $2.
chatter.
Better movie, Minecraft or Amelia Perez? By the way, in like 3 episodes recently, I've shit on Amelia Perez for making me lose that bet. Minecraft is way better than Amelia Perez.
And to woman, woman to man.
Now
penis
imagine
to
Jack Black
vagina.
coming in going, man to woman. Penis.
Vagina.
Tyler Paul for $1.99. Hey Tony, is 300 up for Boys Month?
Oh, I love
No?
300.
Not yet. Actually, let me find out what my 600th episode is because I think I might do both 300 movies.
Spartans!
Because as we all know from last year, the 300th episode snuck up on me and it was part of the wrap up. So for the 600th episode, I'll do both 300s. That way that equals up to it. Pico Jet Black for $5. God damn it. Stop donating.
Yeah.
Tony, since you were once a civil rights activist, what was it like attending MLK's stream speech back in 1963 when you were 40? Hashtag old man, hashtag thing hairline. This guy, once a month, he just goes, I'm going to give Tony a bunch of money for him to read insults.
Yeah, he just goes hog wild.
It's great. Pico Jet Black for $2. Logan, will Tony burn down the South? God damn it. Come on. Okay, this one I will read. And I will do it like in the movie. Hold on. Pico Jet Black for $2. To quote Wesley Snipes, always bet on black. That is from the hit film Passenger 57.
Who the fuck was that supposed to be?
Passenger 57. That's how he does.
That was supposed to be Wesley Snipes?
Yeah, always
That
bet
was
on black.
horrible.
Have you not seen Passenger 57?
Yeah, I don't know. You were doing an impression. I'm saying it's the worst
Don't
impression.
pay your taxes.
Like the worst impression I've ever heard in my life. Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry.
Isn't it Passenger 57? I don't know what you saw, where that was your impression of it.
What?
Always bet on black, governor. Wesley Snipes.
You.
Passenger 57. We all know it.
WatchOMD for $2, you asshole. Out of those movies, was Thunderbolts the best film in this phase of Marvel?
I like how you knew that acronym was out of this movies. I didn't even know what that was. It's like, Adam, I thought it was just, they were just doing a shorthand of my name. I don't know what was in this phase. It was one of the better ones. I'll say that to make it quick. It's definitely one of the better ones, but there's a lot of shitty ones.
Is Guardians 3 and No Way Home in this phase, technically? Because those are the only decent ones.
You know what? I will say it is the best of the phase because I am not near as high on No Way Home as most of the other folks. I think it's fun for the cameos, but otherwise the story's really bad. Thunderbolts is just a solid, well-made film with a bunch of, kind of schlubby loser characters in the MCU that they managed to do some interesting stuff with.
Nice.
Yeah.
And Handsome Devil Audios for $2. Pico Jet Black. I hate that WWE bought it. Okay, what the fuck, guys? All right, guys, that is it from us.
We did it. We made it.
We made it. Please like, share, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. Follow my socials to find out where I'll be. I just reserved a bunch of tables at the drive-in for the summer, but I might show up in other places. So yeah, keep an eye out on that, and I will talk to you all later.
See you on Roblox, kids.
Chicken jockey.
I'm horrified right now. Chicken jockey.